All right. So we have Prashant giving in an introduction. Deepak is a student. Prashant says to improve app installs. All right. So we'll be talking more about SEO from the uh, overall website traffic and leads and overall. So we'll definitely talk about all that stuff. App Store optimization, Prashant, is a different ball game altogether. If you're just looking at more app installs, that would be covered a lot in the mobile marketing version. So I want to be clear in that terms. All right. So we have Hema saying, I'm a marketing manager currently in Bangalore. That's great. Okay. And we had Jignesh saying, myself, Jignesh from Nagpur, running a graphic and web development company since 10 years. That's great, Jignesh. That's uh, great. So I'm also running a web designing, development, and a web marketing agency for the past almost 10 years. So something very common, right? So this course is for me add-on services I can offer to my clients, says Jignesh. That's great. Right. So good to network, Jignesh. In case you need any, you have any clients where you want to get services done, you can approach me also. I can help you with that, right? Maybe in the way in the initial phase. All right, but later on, definitely you would want, yeah. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for joining in. We are just doing an introduction, and we have people saying about themselves, what exactly, uh, they are into, what profession. So, you can also help me in the chat window by knowing what profession you are into, what are your understanding about digital marketing, and the last thing, most important, what are your expectations from this course? So, we have Kalyani saying, "Hi, I am designer from Nagpur. That's great, and want to make my career in digital marketing." That's great, Kalyani. Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. And yeah, so waiting for others as well. All right, so just to let each and everybody know that we are just doing a small introduction. And Vikas says, good morning, I am Vikas, student and freelancer. I expect to learn effective on page and off page SEO and how to rank. That's great. Thank you so much, Vikas. Definitely, that is something which would be covered in the entire session. And I'll try my level best to make you give you as much value as I can. So we have Sam. Sam saying, hi, Nick. I'm Sam, work out of Bangalore and manage marketing for Diageo's luxury portfolios in the South. I hope I pronounced it right. Uh, I'm not really sure about the pronunciation, but that's great, Sam. And what are your expectations from this course, Sam? Are you handling the digital marketing part also? So when you say marketing, handling marketing, I am assuming that you're all right, so learn the basics of SEO. Absolutely. So we'll start with the basics and go towards the advanced stuff, guys. Right. All right. So I'll just get started with my introduction, guys, in another 5 minutes. So it's 10:04, 10:10. I'll do my introduction as well, and by that time, if I'm just encouraging each one of you to give in your introduction as well. So Sam says, well, I also work currently more on social media. That's great. Okay, I have someone by the name of HTML5, your user. If you can just change your name by within GoToMeeting, that'll be great. And he or she, I'm not really sure about the name as well. Just a sec, guys. Hi, I'm working as social lead at Adobe Noida. That's great. And can I know your name and what are your expectations from this course as well? Well, Prashant says, can SEO be a good beginning to App Store? Absolutely. That's the basic. That's the, I mean, base to App Store optimization. Absolutely right, Prashant. There are very many, very much similarities. There. If you would understand SEO from the desktop and the mobile site, which we're going to talk about, if you understand that, you would, I would say, 80% of your App Store optimization is done because whenever you would be studying App Store optimization, you would relate very well how the tags are being changed, how the keywords are being embedded. There are 20%, 25% more things which are included into App Store optimization, which is a bit different. But like I'm saying, 80%, 75 to 80% is what similar, and you would relate to it. All right, so I have Kevin. Hi, all. This is Kevin. I believe I'm pronouncing it right. I'm an IT professional from the business intelligence background. That's great. I am an aspiring digital marketing and looking to move into slowly. That's great. Interested in SEO, SEM, web analytics, and social media. That's great. Good to know. So I won't be taking care of the web analytics and SEM part, Kevin. I mean, it's going to be SEO to begin with, and slowly and steadily you'll move to the other modules, right? I believe you know that. So we have, thank you, Kevin, for the lovely introduction. We have Keshav. Keshav says, hi, I'm Keshav Agarwal from Delhi. Had 1 year experience in family business. That's great. Wanted to know the inside of digital marketing and looking for a career in digital marketing. That's great. Perfect. So thank you so much, Keshav, for sharing across your profile and also your understanding about the digital marketing plus your overall expectations from this module. Okay, so I have someone where I can't see the name. It says HTML5 your user. If you can change your name, he or she says, I want to learn as much as I can so that I can apply this knowledge. Absolutely. Towards my job role. Definitely. We thank you so much. We have Krunal. Krunal says, hi, Krunal here, working as brand manager at Hindustan Times Mumbai. Expectation is to learn advanced SEO. That's great. So thank you so much, Krunal. I know a couple of people, Kunal, in HT Gurgaon office also were working in the digital marketing. So I've got friends out here. I was just excited when I read that you are a brand manager at Hindustan Times. When I read Mumbai, I said, okay, I know people out there in Delhi one. All right, so we'll have interactive sessions, guys. Thank you so much for your lovely introduction. So uh, all those who are yet to give in their introduction have joined in just now would appreciate and would encourage each one of you to share a small brief about yourself, as in what profession you are into. Number two, your understanding about digital marketing, and number three, about your expectation from this module, because that's something which is going to be very important for me to know. And it's 10:08. After a couple of minutes, guys, I'll get started with by giving in my introduction and also just a sec. And then also moving forward with the very first session today. All right, so just waiting for a couple of more, I mean, some more introductions and then a couple of more minutes and we'll get started. Anybody else who wants to jump in and give in their introduction? If you're done with that, you can ignore what I'm saying. It's a lovely place to even network, guys. I have so many patches where participants sort of share across their numbers, and they have all added me to their WhatsApp group also. In case you guys have something of that sort, you want to create something of that sort, feel free to make me part of it. I'll share my credentials, and I love being connected with my participants on regular basis. Just a sec. All right, so just one more minute. I'm waiting for more introductions. Anybody who wants to jump in and let us know, each one of us know about yourself. A great way to network, guys, on this platform. All right, it's 10 to 10. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. Like I said, it's our very first session of search engine optimization, and thank you, everybody, for also your lovely introductions, right? And I'm sharing my credentials to begin with. Plus, I'm also letting you know a small brief about my profile. My name is Nick Batla. I'm into digital marketing profession for the past 15 years. Rather unofficially, I would say 17 years. No problem, Rima. You're not. We was just doing the introduction part. And uh, so I started my career way back in 98 when Google came into existence. I was very much inquisitive about how this thing overall works, started making websites on my own. That time I was in college. And since then, it's been no looking back. I started learning SEO, SEM, web analytics, email marketing, social media by myself initially, but then got my hands dirty with a couple of agencies I worked with. And these were one of them was a US based agency, then it was another UK based agency. Once I was done with getting experience with these agencies, I started my own venture by the name of Yo Creations. It's a Canadian based internet marketing agencies guys, and I'm looking after meeting needs of various small and medium business owners in terms of meeting their business requirements, whether it's SEO or whether it's Google AdWords. I mean, these are the major things which we are looking at. Plus, I'm a I'm a management graduate from University of Toronto. I stayed in Canada and States for almost 5 years. Did my overall, I mean, setup of my business right up there. I'm back in India as of now. And also, it's been almost an year with Digital Vidya. I have been delivering quite a lot of trainings, specifically search engine optimization, also SEM sometimes, but that too only with some of the Google Hangouts. So also one of the Google regional trainer guys. Along with that, I am part of some of the major institutions like Canadian Marketing Association, American Marketing Associations, and Market Motive. To name some of them, I mean there are plenty of them. So these are some of them which I can name, and I've already shared with you my LinkedIn profile, guys. In case you want to get in, I mean connect. That's good. In case you want to connect with me on WhatsApp, and also email me for whatever sort of question with respect to digital marketing, feel free to do that. All right, just a sec. So somehow my windows, this is problematic. All right. Any doubts, any questions before I begin? Are we all good? All right, so guys, we'll have an interactive session. So thanks, guys. Thanks for replying in. So I would just, I know it becomes sometimes problematic to keep typing in this small window which you have got. I know it's a small window, right? And but still, we have to live with it, right? So I'll try my level best to see and reply back to each and every comment which is being made within this window. Since the window is very small, the chat window is very small, so just apologize me. I'm saying that in advance. Voice is not clear. Just a sec. Let me know. Does it gets better now? So I've just changed the position of my mic. All right. So so like I said, it's a very small window. So in case I miss out on someone's question, feel free to shoot that question again, please, within the chat window, or in case even again if it's not being cleared somehow. I mean, I've shared my email ID. Please do so, right? So let's get started with the very first session, guys, where I would make you understand what are we going to cover in the total course, guys. So in the total search engine optimization course, Keshav, is the voice clear now? Just let me know. And I would recommend, I mean, I would like to have a lot of interactive session, guys. Perfect. Okay, that's great. So just make sure that you keep typing in within the chat window, even if you're saying yes with by replying in why. I'm okay with that. All right. So these are the modules, guys, which we would be covering in an overall 4 sessions, and it's already also mentioned out there in the overall course curriculum which you have with you. Search engine ecosystem. The very first one, I'm going to spend some time on this particular slide so that I make you understand what is the overall objective, what are the overall topics which are going to be covered, and what do they exactly mean. So we'll study the search engine ecosystem, which will start with understanding what search is. So why people are using search engines, what search engines are made for, what exactly the term search means, how many people are searching on an average within India on monthly basis, how many searchers are there, some of the stats. We'll also understand a small portion of evolution of search engines, that which search engine came in first and followed by which all search engines, right? And as we all know, I mean, there is no doubt about that. Google is the one which is leading the entire search engine industry, as in the overall market share of Google is way higher as compared to the other search engines, but rather Bing is competing very aggressively with Google when it comes down to the North American and the European market, right? So search engine ecosystem, guys, is going to be all about that. Then after understanding the basics of search engines, also understanding what is the difference between the paid search ads and also the natural organic listings. I'll make you understand that some of the terminologies like SERPs, search engine result pages. So whenever somebody types in a query or a keyword within the Google search box, what happens after that? So what happens at the back end? How the search engines work and things work at the front end for the search engine user. So we'll talk about all that, followed by SEO audit, guys, which also is going to be covered today. So our objective is to cover search engine ecosystem and on page, the very first one today. And like I said, SEO audit is going to be the next thing within search engine ecosystem. It's very much important to know where exactly do we stand, where does our website stand. Whenever we're going to talk about SEO, guys, it doesn't mean that we are doing SEO for our website. It's always meant that SEO for web pages. So I'll let you know in detail about that. We always optimize web pages and not websites. All right. If my website has got 20 pages, if my website has got 20 pages, it's up to me whether I want to optimize just 15 pages and leave the other 5 pages, or just optimize entire 20 pages. So we always optimize web pages, uh, just to let you know. So SEO audit is going to talk about the audit of overall website in perspective of some certain parameters which search engine gives us. So I'll tell you each and every parameter, what exactly they are, what do they mean, and how do we dissect and analyze and audit our website on these parameters. So it's very important to know where does my website stands, and where does my competitor's website stand with perspective to the entire search engine optimization standards, right? And the second thing is, okay, that's the very first of most important thing, guys, which I want to let everybody know, that where for search engine optimization learning, one should have a website for sure. If you don't have a website, please, I would recommend having a website. In case you need any help with getting a website, you can also shoot me across an email. I can help you to get a great, good looking WordPress based website with a mobile responsive and a tablet responsive thing. And I can consult you. From where can you get the most cheapest, the most cheapest ways to get a domain and a hosting, plus a WordPress based template. So maybe within 3 to 4 grands, you can get a good looking website. Have helped many participants of mine with that, right? Absolutely sure. So I haven't shared my credentials and I can share that again. So in case you need a website for yourself, that's something where you can connect me. And it's very much important to get maximum ROI of your overall investment. So you are sure, Nikhil. So you can email me across, guys. So you have made a lot of investment in terms of your money and your time, which you're spending on weekends, right? So I don't want to let it go like that. You should get maximum value out of that. All right. The next one, guys, is on-page optimization. Now, what exactly on-page optimization stands for? Once we have understand the basics of search engine, the overall ecosystem, we have understood how the overall SEO audit is being done. How do we analyze our website with respect to search engine optimization standards? Then we get started with doing the actual hands-on. I'll make you see if my clients' websites, since I have an agency, I'll give you the live experience, guys. I'm not going to teach you theoretically that do this or do that. I'll show you the reports. I'll show you the reportings which I offer to my client. I'll show you the kind of questionnaires I send to the client in the beginning phase. I'll show you the kind of pricing I offer to my client. I'll show you the kind of questions clients ask and I reply back, right? So on page optimization reporting, off page optimization reporting, and also I'll open one of my not my client's website. I'm going to open rather my website and go into the panel of my website and start showing you how to optimize the web pages. I hope that's something which you would love, guys, right? Or not, the practical stuff, because that's the only thing which would make more value, which will give more value. All right, great. Thanks, Kunal, for answering. Thanks, Keshav. Thanks, Lavina, for answering. Thanks, Deepak. All right. So on-page optimization, the second module, guys, which you can see, and the fifth module, off-page, they both sound similar, but the only difference is of on and off, right? What exactly both these things are? These are the two major pillars of search engine optimization. Whenever someone says, ask you to summarize summarize search engine optimization in very small and crisp fashion, the overall activities, you can just name them that it's divided into two parts, two major pillars, on page and off page. Now, what exactly they mean, I would tell you. I rather want to ask each one of you what are your understandings, but time doesn't really permit me. So that's why instead of asking and having a bit interactive thing, I'll let each one of you know. As the name says, on page, and as the name says, off page. On page is all about making changes on the web page, on the page, making changes on the page, and off page is all about making changes off the web page. So any change which I make on the web page comes into on-page optimization, and activities which are not at all done on the website, where my website is not at all being touched upon, that all comprises of off-page optimization activities. Just to give you an example of both these, let's say my websites. What are websites made of? Where they are made of text content. They are made of I mean, either videos or images. All these kind of things are present there. So there are certain codes which actually forms the website. Now not going to ask you to start coding. I don't want any one of you to know code, no interpret the code of a website. That's something which I really don't expect. I don't want any of you to have a technical background. If you have, I mean, it's a value add-on. If you don't have, I'm going to show you in very layman language how things work in on page. So there are certain changes in the codes also, and these changes in the codes are some of the tags, guys, right? I'll make you understand how to change them in a non-technical fashion. All right. So on page is all about making changes on the code, on the text content, on the images, on whatever things are present on the website, right? So that's with on page optimization example. With the off page optimization example, guys, can anybody let me know what example can you think of? So any change done outside the website, where my website is not being touched upon. Kunal says blogs. Nitika says on other website. Absolutely. Can you be put more descriptive? I would definitely appreciate that. You guys are right. Kunal, Nikita, anybody else? I would want you to participate, please. Vikas says webmaster tools. All right. Great, Vikas. Anybody else? Okay. Rima says Facebook linking and retargeting. All right. Great stuff. Great. I am not looking for right answers, guys. I'm looking for your understanding. So I would want each one of you to start participating. Nikita says ads displays on other websites. All right. Jignesh says listings, news articles. All right. Great. So most of you have said that, right? Vikas says XML sitemap. All right. Great. Sure. So off-page optimization, guys, is all about links from other sites. Absolutely right. Off-page optimization is all about touching others' websites, third-party websites, and getting backlinks from there. Backlinking or link building is one of the term which is a synonym, guys. Backlinking. I'm just writing that down in the chat window. Backlinking, link building, or forming links, or uh, won't sitemap come in on that? Absolutely, Preeti. Sitemap comes in on page. You're absolutely right. So just to answer your question, the answer is yes. So link building for forming links or all that is part of off page. All right. Yeah. So I mean, people were suggesting, people were letting me know, everybody was letting me know what exactly their understanding of off page, which is good. I'm like I said, I'm not looking for right answers from you guys. I'm looking just for participation and wanting to know what can you interpret out of it. So just to give an example of off-page, how to get backlink and how to get link building, what exactly it stands for, it's just like in a very layman language. Let's say today after attending the session today, so we are 21 as of now in the overall group, so including me. So 20 of you after attending today's session, you go back somewhere around in the evening, you open your website or a blog, all right, whatever, any digital thing. You open your laptop and start typing in some content within your blog or a website, whatever you might have, and you share your experience that today I had a session on search engine optimization by one of the trainers of Digital Vidya, Mr. Nick Bathla, and he spoke about blah blah blah, search engine landscape, and search engine ecosystem. And within one of your text, you have mentioned it was a search engine optimization course. You hyperlink that text. I'll show you how that is being done. I'm just letting you know in a theoretical way. Yeah, it's like one of the text gets hyperlinked, and somebody who would you reads your blog or your web page, whatever it may be, your content, who would somebody who reads that would click on that text and can reach back to the website where it's being hyperlinked. Now you guys would hyperlink your some of one of the words within your blog and send it back to Digital Vidya website, let's say. Now what's happening, all 20 of your websites have got certain content which you all of you have written, and within your content one of the words within the content have been hyperlinked, and it has been hyperlinked back to the Digital Vidya website. Now what's happening, Digital Vidya website is getting a hyperlink. Off page optimization is getting done for Digital Vidya website, because Digital Vidya website is getting a backlink from all of your websites. All in all, search engines really value that a lot. It's very much like getting votes for yourself. Digital Vidya website has got 20 votes. 20 websites are recommending Digital Vidya website. Search engine will keep on crawling. So I would tell you what crawling stands for. Search engine, whenever will come to your website, they would analyze that Digital Vidya website has been referred, or have been recommended, or have been given a vote, or have been given a backlink, whatever you want to name it. I mean, these are certain names to backlink, right? Either a vote or a recommendation or a testimonial or whatever you want to call it. So when search engines come to know that so many websites are really liking this specific website, they uplift the ranking of that website, on the keywords which they are targeting for. Let's say Digital Vidya website is targeting to get their website on the top for a keyword like internet marketing courses. Now, if the target keyword is internet marketing courses, and today I'm standing on the third page for Digital Vidya, all 20 of you give me a backlink. Somehow, search engines will reevaluate through their algorithm, and from the third page, it might happen that my website would come on the very first page. So that's an example which I'm letting you know, right? So on page and off page is all about that. We'll study all that in detail. What all activities are done within off page, how to get backlinks, what are the right techniques to get off page in practical fashion. All right. Third module, guys, is all about couple of products which Google offers. Now, Google has got a lot of products. Very first one, Google search engine, the most popular one, or maybe there are plenty of other what do you say, products like Google Maps, Google Translate, Google Play Store, you name, I mean, the list is huge, right? So similarly, Google has got a couple of products which are provided to digital marketers. Now, who's a digital marketer? I mean, what sort of campaigns a digital marketer runs? Digital marketer is not just doing search engine optimization. He or she would be doing other campaigns like email marketing, search engine marketing, or social media marketing, and blah blah blah, right? So just to evaluate, analyze, and measure the performance of the campaigns, Google has provided a very good tool to measure the performance, and that tool or a product is Google Analytics. Most of you would be knowing it. I know many people are aware of that, but some people are not. So it's my duty to take right from the basics, guys. So just bear with me if you already know about it. So analytics is that platform which is given, or that product which is being given to digital marketers to evaluate how much traffic was being achieved with the help of a specific campaign. How much Where was this traffic coming from? Was it from Germany, or from England, or from United States, or from India? Okay, 20 people from India, I want to get into the depth of it. How many people from Delhi, and how many from Mumbai, and how many from Hyderabad? I can get to know that also. So let's say out of 20, there were 10 people from Delhi. Okay, out of all those 20 people, uh, this was the overall stats. And how much time did they spend on my time? Did they spend on an average 2 minutes or 1 minute, or did they just really jumped off from my website? The minute to minute things, very small little things are there within Google Analytics, guys, which are really important for a digital marketer to evaluate. The next thing is Webmaster. The Webmaster product, guys, is very specific to search engine optimizers only. All right. So email marketers, or whether it's search engine marketers or whatnot, they don't use it. Only search engine optimizers use it. This particular product, guys, again, we integrate both the products, guys. Analytics and Webmaster both would be integrated with our website. How do we integrate? I will take right from the beginning. Once the integration is being done, Webmaster first of all makes Google know that who owns that website. Verifying ownership is one of the what do you say, area which is being addressed with the help of Webmaster. So today I own Digital Vidya website. Now Google doesn't know who owns that Digital Vidya website. They are not going to go to the contact us page and they're going to contact me, right? What will happen if they have to contact me? They Google has to contact me. They contact with the help of Webmaster. All right. Now Webmaster first of all helps in the overall uh, verifying the ownership. I have my Gmail account, nick.bathla at gmail.com, let's say. Now, Google will get to know that nick.bathla at gmail.com is the website, is the username which is connected with digital with the website. Verifying the ownership of my website to Google, so that Google, if has to communicate something, there are plenty of ways, plenty of situations when Google communicates with us, as in the website owner. I'll tell you in detail when we'll cover this. They can communicate with us. Plus, overall health issues of my website from SEO, whether my website has got certain uh, duplicate content, or whether my website has got whatnot other let's say long title tag or long meta tags, duplicate content. There are certain issues which I'll talk in detail. All those issues are being showcased to me within the Google Webmaster, guys, right? So these are two major products. I will talk about it that in detail. Then after that, there are industry tools, guys. There are industry renowned tools like SEO Profiler, Screaming Frog, whatnot, right? Just a second. Sorry, right? So all these things are going to be covered. So all these tools are going to be covered in this specific module, SEO Profiler and many other tools. Then we have off-page optimization, which I've already told you. And the last three ones are pretty easy and easy to digest. Why I would say that, I have seen that the initial 4 5 modules are bit on quite a lot to consume, as they involve a lot of practice, guys. So but the last three ones are good to know from the strategy point of view. If I have to make strategy of my search engine optimization, it's very much important to know the digital asset stuff, how social media stuff is related to how social media stuff is connected with the search engine optimization. That's all part of digital asset optimization. So if I have a Facebook page, if I have a Google Plus page, or if I have a Twitter account, how is it going to affect my search engine optimization campaign, and how can I use it in the most effective fashion? We'll talk about that in this specific module. The second last module, guys, talks about online reputation management. Any idea what exactly it would mean? I have been doing a lot of talking. I would want some interactivity also. So, online reputation management, any idea what can you just understand out of it? What would that would be? Nikita says credibility. Thanks, Nikita. Absolutely. Anybody else among customers, right? So, we have credibility among customers and goodwill of a site, says Lavina. Absolutely right, Lavina. Uh, Thanks, Nikita. Thanks, Lavina. Keshav says trust. Absolutely. So these are all synonyms to all the things, right? Right. The goodwill, the trust, and the credibility. Absolutely. The Google rank. All right. Thanks, Samik. All right. Anybody else? I'll let you know what exactly it means and how is that related to search engine optimization. So we have 20. I've just got 4 people participating. So wake up, guys. I hope I'm not sounding boring to you. So let me know in case that is, so we can chit chat about something else. All right. So anybody else who wants to? Okay, I'll tell you what online reputation management is all about. Every brand has its own brand image, and within the digital space, there is a specific brand image which gets built. So, like all of you have said, it's Google. What do you say? It's a credibility part is there, the goodwill part is there, right? So every brand having its own reputation affects the search engine optimization campaigns as well, right? A low Any brand going getting a lot of negative feedbacks on the digital space will have a bad impact on its SEO campaigns, right? So SEO campaigns are have got a close relation with online reputation management. Any brand which is also facing a negative reputation, what defines so reputation management is all about the reviews, Preeti. It's all about the kind of customers experiences, customers posting their experiences. Just to name, TripAdvisor is one of the industry renowned website in the travel domain, where people come in and give in their opinion how was a specific how was their stay with a specific hotel or a specific location and all that. So once that's being done, if there is a particular brand which is facing a lot of negative reviews, right? A specific brand facing a lot of negative reviews would get a lot of dent in their search engine optimization. So we'll talk about the overall close-knit relationship between negative reputation management and SEO, positive reputation management and SEO, and if there is a negative reputation, then how an SEO professional can rebuild that, right? So Preeti can help define for a static website and dynamic website, whatever website it may be, Preeti. So it's more from the brand. A brand can have a website which is static or a dynamic, but reputation is from the brand perspective. Even if your brand is facing a negative reputation, a lot of people are talking negative about your brand. Whatever website your brand has, whether it's static or a dynamic, but still it will affect the SEO of your website. So having a dynamic, great looking, good looking website will not help you to achieve good search engine good SEO, search engine listings, despite of the negative reputation. A negative reputation, negative reviews can always lead to de-ranking of your website on certain keywords. All right. So I hope all of you are good with that. And the last one is algorithm, guys. So how a static website can get even a reputation? All right, so that will get clear, Preeti. See, a static website, a hotel can have a static website, but somebody who's talking about that particular brand on TripAdvisor, how does that matter whether that hotel has a static website or a dynamic website? That doesn't really matter. So we'll talk about that in detail when we'll have online reputation. But I'm trying to answer your question that even if a particular hotel, let's say XYZ hotel, uh, is doesn't have even a website, and there are negative reviews for that particular hotel on TripAdvisor, let's say, even the dent on that on the business of that hotel would be there. And the moment they'll have either a small website, a small static website, or a big very good looking website, whatever sort of website it may be, but people are talking bad about them. They had bad experiences. The overall search engine optimization campaign, the overall search engine rankings are going to go for a toss. Google doesn't look at what is the website all about. Google looks at, are people talking bad about you, or are people talking good about you? Bad about you, Google is going to delist you and going to make sure that people don't find you very easily. All right, the last one, algorithms and Google updates. Just to let you know, algorithms are a sort of set of formulas or equations or logics which every search engine has, and they use it at the back end to decide which website comes on the top, which websites come on the second position, which website will come on the third position for a particular keyword, right? So there have been a lot of changes in algorithms which Google and other search engines comes up on regular basis on quite on good number of frequency. Whenever there are algorithm changes, the change in the overall equation, the change in the overall logic of formula which I'm talking about, which decides and judges which website will be on the top and on the second, which web page would be on the third, which web page would be on the fourth position. So this algorithm which decides keeps changing so that uh, good websites which are doing good effective search engine optimization stays on the top, and websites which are not contributing a lot within their websites, or websites which are not putting a lot of effort in their overall stuff, would actually be on the uh, would be deranked, right? So websites which are not doing great part. So there have been a lot of Google algorithm updates. There have been certain names given to it. We'll talk about all of them in detail. So like I said, I'm going to spend a lot of time. I've already spent 30 minutes. We started 10 or 10. 30 minutes I've spent on this particular slide. Does that really help you in making clear a small picture of what which you can expect, that what are we going to cover in the entire 4 sessions? Let me know with a yes or no. In case you have a question, let me know your question as well. All right, Jignesh is happy with a smiley. Thank you so much, Jignesh. Preeti says yes. Kevin says yes. I have someone saying great, but I don't know the name. Rima says yes. Samar, Nikhil, Prashant, Samik, Navina. All right, great guys. Thank you so much. All right, thanks, Deepak. All right, so very first module, search engine ecosystem. Like I said, this is all about knowing the basics of search engine, what exactly search engines are, what search is, and whatnot. All right. All right. So areas which we're going to address within the search engine ecosystem, guys, is what are search engines? Why are they important? The evolution of search engine, which I told you, which search engine came in first and which search engine came in second. Understanding of the SERP, how Google works. All right. Let's begin with a small example by understanding what search is. Now, over here in the slide, as it says, search engines mission is, or definitely search engines are sort of, you can say, programs which are being created by these organizations, whether it's Google, Bing, or AOL or whatnot. These programs are being devised and these certain tools. I mean, search engine is either a program or a tool which are being devised by these organizations. And the overall objective is of search engines are to collect as much information as they can. It's consider yourself now, guys. Like you had libraries when you were in your school days. I mean, I'm not talking about college days, maybe, because in that time probably the digital way of finding a book, which is right now also present. So when in old school days when we had no one to assist us in our library on where a particular book is, only the librarian used to help us. We used to enter into the library. We knew that we are looking for a such and such book by such and such author. Now there's a huge database lying out there in the library, and we're looking for one specific book out of those 10 lakh or 15 lakh, whatever number of books. Now librarian would, if we cross question librarian that this is the book, he or she would tell us this particular block, this particular section, and this particular slab. This is where you're going to find, and then we'll keep looking at. So librarian actually works as a search engine only. Librarian first of all stocks the overall data which is present, and whenever someone, the end user comes in, he he or she, the librarian actually helps the end customer in finding the specific book out of that entire lot which he or she has kept it. So that's what search engine does. Search engine captures a lot of worldwide web pages. You know, whenever there is a new website being made in the world wide web, in the internet industry, they collect, search engines collect all that information, and that process is called crawling and indexing. So I'll talk about that in detail, what Google or any other search engine does. So they actually do crawling and indexing. Google crawls on all the new web pages which are created. So I will keep saying Google, guys, but I don't mean Google because that means a search engine only. So why I keep saying Google is because this is the most renowned search engine, right? So whenever I go into google.com, whenever there's a new website, okay, a new website has got a lot of content. Let's say I'm opening a website, and I'll show you with that how the overall crawling thing and the indexing thing works and what exactly it stands for. Whenever new website comes in, search engines gets to know about that, and search engines automatically visit the crawlers of the search engines. These search engines are also called, there are different names to search engine, guys. Search engines or crawlers or bots or robots, whatever you want to name them. I've written in the chat window, these are different names to a search engine. Now, the crawler or the bot or the robot will actually come to know that this is one of the web page. They would start crawling. They would come and read the entire content on this page in the same manner in which we also do, which is left to right and top to bottom, provided if it's not in Arabic. If it's in Arabic, they would do it the other way, right? So if it's in other languages other than Arabic, which are read in the same fashion, left to right, they'll also do it. The images are not being read by search engines. Images are read by another way, which is called an alt tag, which I'll talk about. Every image has an alt tag, guys, which is present in the code. So don't get confused right now. I don't want to talk about alt tag. We'll cover that in on-page optimization. So What Google will do, the crawler will do, start looking at all the content. Let's say it starts looking at this overall stuff. It will crawl. Crawl means in layman language reading. It will start reading the entire content. So crawling, in other word, means reading. When the overall reading is being done from left to right, then it would start saving things in their database. Within their database, within the data center of search engines, it would start saving the overall web pages. All right, the saving of web pages is a synonym to indexing. So crawling is all about reading, and saving is all about indexing. Consider, I mean, just imagine huge buildings with a lot of huge towers in it, right? And it's a cold storage unit. These are data centers. I'm trying to just make you imagine how does a data center of a search engine looks like. These are physical storage units. A lot of huge towers are there, just like, I mean, these are servers. So what will it save? It will save all the text. It will save the text and also some of the tags which are linked to the images. It will save new marketing nerds, podcast, why do people share on social media, blah, blah, blah. Once it will save in their data center, in their, overall, yeah, so much of data, absolutely. It will also followed by a categorization. Every single web page would be categorized under certain keywords. It would diagnose and see what is one specific focus keyword for which this web page is all about. So let's say they come to know that this web page is all about search engine news, right? I mean, maybe couple of keywords or two keywords, three keywords would be linked to a specific web page, right? The categorization will happen. So crawling would be followed by indexing, and indexing would be followed by categorization of all these web pages underneath keywords, right? I won't get into the depth of it. So coming back to the PowerPoint presentation, where I did show you the once the crawling and indexing would happen, indexing would lead to all this data getting formed up, right? This data, this is crawled, and after that crawling, it is being indexed. These are the web pages. Out of all that, let's say each one of you who are the search engine users come onto search engine and type in your query. You guys type in your query, let's say on Google. You are looking to buy something. You are trying to do online shopping. You want to buy something, and whatever you want to buy, that's all there in your head. You translate that query of yours into the search engine box, because you know that search engines really helps you to answer questions and to make decisions. You want to buy iPhone 6, you type that across. That query, guys, in internet marketing language is also called a keyword. Once this query or the keyword is being typed across, the algorithm at the back end will work. An algorithm will find out which web page has to be delivered on the very first position, or in the second position, or in the third position. All right, so just a sec, I'll just turn this thing off. All right, so crawling indexing is being followed across, is being followed up with the overall categorization of the web pages. The web pages have been categorized in the data center, and the end user after that is finding out is typing in certain query, where that query is called a keyword. Once that's being done, the search engines uh, for tell will actually represent, will showcase certain search results to the end customer. Now, I am the end customer, I'm the end user of search engine. I am using the search engine to find in something. Once I punch in the keyword or the query, these search results come in. You can see the very first search result are these five image ads. These are called shopping ads, guys. And then you have the paid ad, paid search result ad. You can see the yellow tab. This is a paid search result. So Samik says, so the search keyword will be matched with the website. Absolutely right, Samik. That matching would happen, and on the matching, the algorithm will work, and algorithm will give in these search results. Search results would be given after the matching of the categorized keywords, right? And when these search results are being delivered, guys, this is number one search result, number two, number three. You can see this is a paid search results, guys. This is not this has not come. Apple has not got their website on the top with the help of the search engine optimization, but they have got their website on the top with the help of Google AdWords or SEM, search engine marketing. This is the paid ads, and these are also paid ads. These are product listing ads, which you would be covering in your SEM module. These two things, right? The other ones are the which doesn't have any, you can see the store.apple.com, or you can see the snapdeal.com one. These don't have any paid ad symbol to it. These are the SEO listing, guys, or which we are going to study. How do we get our website on the top without the payment mode? Over here, Apple is paying to Google for every click which is happening on their on their search result page, on the search result, sorry, ad. So this ad, whenever someone clicks on it, Apple is going to pay a certain amount on click basis to Google, but absolutely PPC. So SEM we pay to Google, absolutely. Over here in SEO, when our website comes on the top, we don't pay, absolutely. No matter how many clicks store.apple, or no matter how many clicks Snapdeal is going to get in a day, 1 lakh hits or 10 lakh hits or 10 crore hits, whatever. Not even a single penny has to be paid to Snapdeal, right? That's why it's being considered as one of the great cheapest way to do the marketing. The only investment which you do is the human effort. So if you can do it yourself, good, or you would be needing a team to actually help you, and that team would be you would have to pay the salaries to your team. Even with PPC, you have to get a PPC guy sometimes in your industry, in your team, to actually work. But the major chunk of money goes to the advertising channel, which is Google. So Google will get the money, major money, right? So SEO listing, I was telling you, SEO listing or natural listings or the organic listings. I'm just typing in the chat window. SEO, natural, organic, and there is another way, another name to it, unpaid listings. These are the names. Okay, Rima says, why Google puts us on top or on first page because of our nicely optimized website? Rima, the very good question. Google would put somebody on top and somebody on the second and some other website on the third based on certain parameters, and all these parameters are part of on page and off page. So whatever we're going to study, Rima, in totality in the entire SEO course, these all things actually form part of why would Google make our website rank on the top and not someone else. So it's not just the nicely optimized website. Absolutely, I mean, you can say so. Optimization is definitely in all the thing. So SEO takes 4 months to on the top, says Keshav. All right, great question, Keshav. A lot depend on the kind of keyword for which you're trying to make your website rank on the top. If it's a very less competitive keyword where not many websites are competing to get their website on the top, you have less competition. You're running with only couple of people to get your website on the top. Probably you would get it in a week's time. But if you get trying to get your website on a top for a keyword where there are 100 other websites also which are also running in the same racing track, then it might take you 4 months or 6 months, depending on the kind of effort your other 99 competitors are also making. You getting me? So a lot depend upon the competition. All right. So Kalyani says, is the popularity of website important? Absolutely, it is important, Kalyani. So that's why online reputation management stands for. Within the online reputation management, the popularity gets, helps you in getting good results for SEO. So that's one of the part, Kalyani. And Preeti says, can you put numbers on the competition? Put the competition. Absolutely, there are numbers. And numbers, I would tell you how is that, Preeti. So let's say this is one of the keywords, Preeti. Everybody look at that, the number to the competition. This is a keyword for which I want to get my website on the top. Buy iPhone 6, I press enter. Can you see this is like 42 crores and 40 lakh? So 42 crores and 40 lakh websites are competing for this. Let's say I change the keyword to buy iPhone 6 in Delhi. So let's say now I am assuming, I mean, it's definitely logical, less websites. So it's only 1 crore. Yeah, earlier it was 42 crore, now it's 1 crore 49 lakhs websites competing for it. So it's pretty easy to get your website on the top for this specific keyword, buy iPhone 6 in Delhi, as compared to a keyword buy iPhone 6. Are you all getting me? So that's the overall competition which you can give a number to, and how you get that on the top. Great, guys. I'm liking it that all of you are with me and also understanding and asking questions. So the interaction has started, and I'm liking it. All right, thank you so much. So, guys, that's the paid part, which is the paid. You can see the paid ads being on the top, whether it's a text ad or an image shopping ad, and we are trying to get our website on the top with the help of SEO, which is in the organic or the unpaid or the natural way to get on the top. So, guys, all of you have got different objectives. Some of you are all trying to get your career made into digital marketing. Some of you are already into digital marketing, want to upgrade that. So, all these things are very important, whatever your objective may be. Another thing, guys, which I want to tell you in the basic is SERPs. SERPs stands for Search Engine Results Page. I repeat that, and Search Engine Results Page. Now, when I told you search and results pages, when I told you that the query of the end user of the search engine, when it's being typed across in the Google search box, this was my query. I am the user of the search engine. The query is called a keyword. When the keyword has been typed in, the search results come in. The paid search results and the unpaid search results come in. The unpaid are the SEO ones, or the natural or the organic. The overall page, now this is a single search result, but the overall page which is this, number one and then number two, these are search engine results pages. Earlier on, I was on the number one SERPs. Now I'm on the number two SERPs, and then I would be on the number three SERPs when I click on this, right? Pretty simple. Now, the categorization of search results within the SERPs, I've already told you the categorization is the paid and the unpaid, basically, right? The other stuff, SERPs is okay. Within one SERPs, by default, if you have not made any changes to your browser, within one SERPs page, search engine results page, you have maximum 10 organic search results. 10 organic search results are definitely there. There are no less or they're not more. Okay, 10 organic search results are the maximum. If you would try and see, if you would, I mean, just start uh, counting them down, it would be 10. And in perspective of the paid organic, paid search results, guys, absolutely, we can edit. Keshav, you don't need to call me sir, you can call me Nick. It's okay. So paid sir, absolutely, it's up to 100, which you can do that, right, on one page, right? So the paid search results are maximum 11, guys, which is 8 plus 3, I tell you. So with respect to the organic ones, it's by default 10, and you can edit it to 100 by going into this gear icon. I go into the Google gear icon and I can do the search settings, and you can see right now it's by default 10. I can results per page. This is the search engine result page which I've shown you. I can actually make it go to 100. I'm not doing it right now. That's where you can go ahead and change it. All right. And the paid search results are 11 in total. The top ones, which you can see, the top or the bottom ones are there. Right now, if I do buy iPhone 6 in Delhi, let's see whether the ads are there or not. No. So if I do 6. All right, so there is one ad on the top. There are these shopping ads also. Maximum shopping ads are 8, guys. Shopping ads either come on the top or they come on the right hand side. Shopping ads are maximum 8 on the search results, and the text paid results are maximum 11. They're going to be 3 maximum either on the top or on the bottom. So there are certain times there are advertisements, text ads on the bottom also. Maximum they're going to be 3. Uh, I mean, including the top and the bottom one would be total would be 3 of the top and the bottom one. And there are certain times there are text ads also on the right. They are maximum 8. 8 on the right hand side, which is the text one. So it's called good to know the text paid ads. And 3 top and bottom text search ads. All right. So maximum three, the paid ones, paid text one, guys, and 10 unpaid organic search results. I hope it's all clear, right? That's the overall categorization, guys. I'll go back to my PowerPoint presentation. All right. So that's what it's all about. Search engines helps in seeking and finding relevant information. So when you type in a specific keyword, you're looking for a specific book, it will tell you where is this book located, and algorithm will work and show you that. All right. Thanks, Keshav, for answering. All right. So these are certain stats. Good to know stats that there are 220 million online searchers are in India, and 14 billion search queries happening every month. The source is Google and ComScore. Just good to know information, guys. I'm not going to spend more time on this. Good to know. Another good to know slide is that the evolution of search engines started with 1994 web crawler Lycos being the very first one. Then we had lot many hotbot Ask Jeeves and Google getting launched in the year 1998. Then we had Yahoo, Ask, Search Me, Aurora, Microsoft Live Search, many others. Right. So I mean there are many which are not being even showcased over here. But just to good to know, let you know for your information sakes, Google got launched in 98, web crawler Lycos got launched in 1994. All right, so the next slide, guys, talk about how Google search works at the back end. Okay, so Navdeep says, is there any way to check SERP rank or number for our page? Absolutely, Navdeep. When we'll be doing, one is the manual way, Navdeep, which you already know. You type in a keyword and you get to know. The other ways are through the tools which we're going to cover. So Web CEO or SEO Profiler, which we're going to do, they actually let you know automatically. So we'll do that, and you'll get to know all about that, right? So just to let you know. Okay, how Google search works at the backend. So I did tell you that, let's say I am the end user of search engine. I use search engine. I mean, everybody uses search engines for their own perspective. If I talk about why people use search engines, either for fun, for entertainment, for finding information, uh, and whatnot. So if I'm looking to find certain information about car insurance, I type in the keyword car insurance, which was my query. How things work at the back end, the end user, which is me, I'm, let's say, sitting at San Francisco entering this keyword, that search query will at the back end wirelessly, virtually will transfer from San Francisco to the nearest data center. Wirelessly it would get it would travel, and it would travel to the nearest data center. Let's assume that the nearest data center is heavily loaded, and uh, it's got a lot of data, and it's processing a lot of stuff for other customers also, other search engine users also. It's heavily loaded. What this heavily loaded data center would do, it would route it, it would redirect that query to the another nearest data center 2. Now in the data center 2, it's not heavily loaded. It would process the entire query, and it will see it will actually run the overall algorithm, and with the algorithm it would give in results on what search result, what web page to be ranked on number 1 position, and what web page to be ranked on number 2. The overall SERPS would be delivered to the end user, and guess what, all this entire process virtually or wirelessly, whatever wirelessly works, in a fraction of a second. You all know that they Google this does provide you in how much time. So the last one actually took zero point 0.5 seconds to overall process this, right? And so isn't this amazing? This all happens in a very fraction of a second. Yeah, it is. So that's how the things work in the back end, guys. I've already told you the categorization. I've already told you the crawling and the indexing part. Let me know, guys, if you have any question pertaining to this. I'll love to answer that. All right, I have done the categorization of search results. I already told you the paid part, right, which is the top one, the top three. I did tell you top three, or the bottom also. You have search sometimes. So maximum 11 paid search results. You have on the right also, which are maximum 8. They can be less also. They can be less than 8. They can be less than 3. The paid ones are flexible. They can be lesser, but the maximum is 11. And with this organic ones, the maximum and minimums are both. Keshav says voice breaking. Is that for everybody? Because my I don't see any problem right now. Okay, no says Kunal, no says Kalyani. All right, it's all fine. So Probably. Keshav, can you just check at your end? That'll be great. All right. So Prashant, for you as well. So can you also check at your end because I'm using a very good uh, internet connectivity, so I don't think there should be any problem. All right. So that was the overall stuff. Now the next thing is steps to organic search excellence, guys. This is a very great slide, which I would give you an idea of what all things factors in for the overall success of a SEO campaign. For an SEO campaign to be successful, 30% of the weightage is being given to the search engine friendliness of a website, right? And what search engine friendliness of a website would include, that will be covered in on page. So even the content optimization, that is also covered in, excuse me, off page. So 20% to content optimization and 30% to search engine friendliness. This overall 50% is on page optimization. On page doing corrective, right on page optimization accounts for 50% of the overall success. The success of your SEO campaign, 50% is dependent on page. The rest 50%, you can see building authority via links. I did tell you getting backlinks for your website, right? 40% of the success of your SEO campaign is dependent upon the step three, which is building authority via links. The step four, getting backlinks or getting engagement on the social media sites, is another role, which is another way or another reason which would account for the success of your SEO campaign, right? So that's the way to get success in your SEO campaign, guys. On page for 50%, off page for 50%. So social actually comes in the off page only. I'll show you when we cover off page optimization in detail. All right, so moving on to the next slide, which is SEO audit. Like I did tell you on page, sorry, before doing the actual optimization, before doing the actual on page and off page of a website, to get my website on the top, giving you the same example, when I had typed in buy iPhone 6 keyword, we had seen there were certain websites which were ranking on the top in the search results. So store.apple.com and iPhone snapdeal.com. Now, when I'm trying to get my website on the top, and I know that Snapdeal is one of my competition, and my website is not ranking on the page one. Maybe my website is ranking on the 10th SERPS. Now, when I know that I'm on the 10th SERPS, my objective is to reach on the very first one, and who's on the very first one? It's Snapdeal. I would do an SEO audit of my competition, and I would do an SEO audit of my website as well, right? So that I get to know where is the gap, where is my website, I mean, how much distance do I have to cover to reach to that level which I'm targeting for, right? I know where I am. I'm ranking on 10th per search result, and where my goal is to be on the very first SERPS, right? So if I have to reach the very first SERPS, what do I really need to do? How do I compare myself, or how do I check? I would check a website which is ranking on that very first SERPS. So I would do the audit of Snapdeal, and I would do the audit of my own website also. Now, doing the audit means actually analyzing where do I stand. It's all about getting to know where do I stand and where does the other person stand. Right. So we would actually find out certain data, analyze, and then rate it. Right. So that's what we are going to do. But I would tell you what are these ways to find out data and analyze and then rate it. All right. So let's get started. Any doubts or queries before I begin with the components of SEO audit? Are we all good, guys? Can I get a yes or a no? Let me know, please. All right. I'll keep troubling you by just typing in yes or a no, please. Thank you so much, guys. I want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. All right. Great. Thanks, Preeti, Hima, everybody. Thanks, Lamina. Excuse me. All right. All right. The very first way to get an SEO audit done, I would request each one of you to do the SEO audit for your website as well. Whatever things I am taking right now, if you have a website, do it for your website and for your competition also. Whatever competition, whatever website do you think is a great competitor to you. If you don't have a website, then you can take someone else's website and a competition to that website. But I would still recommend having your own website is important, because whatever stuff we would be doing at a later stage, they have to be implemented on a website. And I won't recommend you to get your hands dirty with a live website of a client of yours or an employee of yours or a very good great website. What if something goes wrong? You should get your hands dirty with your own personal website. Take that as one of your project to work on. All right. Yep, I see that smiley. Thanks, Priti. All right. So pages indexed. These are three commands, guys. Overall summary. If I want to know where does my website stand, there are certain three search engine commands: site colon domain.com, link colon domain.com, and cache colon domain.com. I would tell you how these commands are being used and what exactly they help us with. All these three commands are typed across in the search engine bar. All right. And taking the very first one, site colon domain.com, let's do it. Let's say if I run it for site colon digital vidya, I'm taking digital vidya my website right now, so I optimize that as well. So what it does gives me, guys, this command. I would tell you again. I have written site, no space, then colon, no space, and then the domain.com. All right. That's the way you type it. You can type it for your websites too at a later stage. Just listen to me out properly at present. What it gives you a certain number. It gives you 6230. This is the crux of the entire command. It tells you that 6230 web pages of your website are indexed in the data center. I did tell you what indexing means. I did tell you what data centers are. So 6230 web pages of your website are actually indexed in the data center. More web pages of your website are indexed in the data center, better it is. So if I do it right now for Snapdeal, it might have lakhs of pages. But Snapdeal and Digital Vidya doesn't have any competition. I mean, you always do a sort of a comparison with your competition only. But just to let you know, the higher complex overall size of your website in terms of the web pages, the better it is. Because Google is always, whether it's Google or any other search engine, they're always hungry for more content, more web pages. They give you a certain preference if you have lot many pages being published across on your website. So Digital Vidya keeps having a lot of blogs on regular basis. The idea we keep that, and we make a lot many interns also with us, participants also with us to write a lot of content for us and publish. We publish that within the blogs. The idea is to get SEO done. So you can see the very first search result is digitalvidya.com. The second search result is also digitalvidya.com/blog. So these are all internal pages. All the pages are being mentioned. Every page is being repeated once only, right? Then you have the careers page, then you have the digital marketing page, then you have the mobile marketing, SEO training, corporate trainings, institutional training, webinars, and whatnot and whatnot. 6,230 pages are being there. That's the only thing which you get to know for your website with the help of this command. The next command, guys, is link colon. I have replaced site with link. Link colon digitalvidya.com. I press enter. What happens? It gives me 7 results. Now, 7 results are these are not the indexed pages of my website. You would say right now Digital Vidya website URLs are not present. It's these are the third party websites. These are those websites which are giving me a backlink. As the command says link, so all those places where the Digital Vidya website is getting backlinks. So let's me show you one of the very first example, which is the Wall Street Journal one. If I click on this, you will see within this particular page a backlink is being given to the Digital Vidya website, right? So if I take this, I scroll further down, there is a place where digital vidya, right, all right. Can you see this specific content where it says why people will come back to your company Facebook page and blah, 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 blah. And within one of the text, this text, guys, is hyperlinked. This text is a hyperlinked text. When I click on this, the Digital Vidya text, which is hyperlinked, the Digital Vidya website opens up. It's a backlink from the Wall Street Journal website to the Digital Vidya website, right? That's what I'm telling you. So that's about getting to know the backlinks for your website, and also you can run it for your competition. All right. So site colon, like I told you, the number of pages indexed, the backlinks, which is for the link colon command. Now the third is cache colon. Now what cache stands for and what exactly it is. Cache is like crawling only. It's like when did Google came onto your website to crawl your website. All right. So I go back. So instead of link colon, if I press cache colon, it is very much important to do a lot of updates, have a lot of content on updated on your website on regular basis. You cannot just move away with creating your website once and not updating it on regular basis. If you're looking at optimizing your website, marketing your website, having a lot of content on your website posted across on regular basis is something which is very much needed. So if you'll have a lot of content pasted across on your website, absolutely the site colon command will give you more pages being indexed. More pages will come onto the index database. So please say, does it mean more backlink is good? Absolutely, more backlinks, more better it is, right? So if you have more content on your website and more backlinks, they're all helpful. And more content will lead to more web pages and more indexing of pages. So more pages being indexed by Google in your data center is helpful. More backlinks you get, it's always helpful. And if you are producing a lot of content on regular basis, if you're producing a lot of content on your website, then Google will like to come on your website at a frequent intervals. Maybe it might have come to your website today in the morning, and then after that, after a couple of hours or after 5 hours also it comes back again. Why will it do it if you're making changes in your website very frequently? All these news related websites which have a lot of stuff being delivered on regular basis, they get the crawler visit their website very frequently. So cache command actually helps us in knowing that only how frequently the crawler is coming onto my website. So if I run this command, cache colon digitalvidya.com, let's see what it actually gives me. Why is it not running? Not really sure. No, this is strange. Just a sec, guys. It should. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Some problem. Maybe Google is trying to move away with this command. Yeah, it's not working. I mean, till yesterday it was working last night because I did check for my website yesterday, last night. Okay, it did just now. It did just now, guys. Maybe for it was a temporary error. Maybe it might work for you also at a later stage. So don't worry. So what it says that my website was being cached last on 18th of August, and we are sitting at 21st, right? So I can check for my what do you say competition also competitor also, that when was the last time the crawler actually came on my website. This only gives me the last date, I mean the date or the time when the Google crawler came onto my website last. It doesn't give me the overall history of when all the crawler came onto my website. All right, so if my what do you say, I mean I'm on frequently basis or on daily basis, I've got a resource who is checking the cache, and I get to know that my competition's website is getting cached on much frequent basis as compared to my website, then it's a sort of a worry factor for me. What I can do is I can just simply go ahead and create a lot of good quality content on my website, spread it across and do a lot of on page and off page. All that stuff will help me in getting my website being cached on regular basis. All right, that's the cache colon command, guys. If it's not working right now, don't worry. You can try after some time as well. So that's with the three major commands, guys. The next thing is the domain and the server review. All right. So server doesn't have much to do with the overall SEO. The major part is the domain. The older the domain, guys, the better it is for SEO. It's very much like consider yourself in a offline scenario where you have in a market, in a specific high street market, you know a particular shop which has been there for the past 15 years. So, and there has a new shop which has opened probably 15 days back. Now, obviously, people will have, I mean, if there are good products being offered by that old shop, some, uh, favorism would be there to that person who is there for the past 15 years. Similarly, if some website has been running for the past 15 years, they would always get some advantage over the new websites, right? Because of the domain age, because of the website being running for quite some time. So who is .com or who is .net, guys? I'll share the URL with you. Is one website through which you can get to know about the age of a domain. So let's say anybody who wants to share his or her website domain URL, I can just make you see how this overall thing works. All right. So I have Keshav's websites hpthreads.com. All right. So I'll take that. Preeti, I'll take your website also in the next example. So I press in hpthreads.com and I go ahead and enter on go. So what it does tell me that the domain was being bought from GoDaddy, and thus even the server is on GoDaddy. All right. And this was being bought bought also on 18th March 2011 and updated also that, and it's been bought for 10 years. All right. So, I mean, you get to know about the overall age of the domain from here. You can also get to know who owns that. Okay, this is being set private. So if that would not have been set private, whosoever owns that can set their details private. If that's not being set private, uh, you can also get to know the email ID, the phone number, the company name who actually owns that, right? And that's what domain review is all about, guys. Not very technical. And the next one, guys, robots and sitemap. Robots and sitemap, let me tell you what exactly these are. So robots.txt is actually a notepad file, guys. So don't get confused by just looking into what exactly it is. I'll tell you in detail what exactly. In a very layman language, robots is a file, guys, which we have to check in while doing an SEO audit, whether that's being present in a website or not, right? So the way to actually check it is by having the domain .com/robots.txt. Keshav says, who is not domain tools? Okay, yeah, absolutely. So there are plenty of other tools. So thank you so much, Keshav, for sharing. So Keshav has a point to make that the whois.net has a better version. I mean, there is another tool which is whois.domain tools, right? So you can use plenty of other whois tools which are there. So if I press enter, I mean, the robots.txt, guys, is a particular command which you have to check while doing an SEO audit, whether it's present for your website or not. It's very important to have this particular file uploaded on your website. What this file is all about, we as an SEO optimizers or owners of our websites would upload this particular file, which is a notepad file. It's actually for the entire site, Kevin. Robots.txt is a notepad file where we as search engine optimizers would type in uh, a certain command. These are the commands. I'll tell you what are these commands. The idea behind having this specific file is to, yes, what is it and what it does? Absolutely. So this particular file is a notepad file, first of all, in terms of the format, and this is being done used for SEO purpose for a second thing. And the SEO optimizers or the website owners actually write this file, the notepad file. A command is being written by them just to give instructions to the search engines on which all web pages to be indexed and which all web pages not to be indexed. I don't want some of the pages in my website to be indexed at this point of time. I can instruct to the search engine that, please, Mr. Search Engine, only index 15 pages of my website and don't index the remaining 5 pages. If there are 20 pages on my website, I want to let search engine know that 15 pages only to be indexed and rest 5 pages not to be indexed. I would write in a command and then get that uploaded. How that command is written and why we get that command, I mean, what are the different ways of writing that command, different scenarios, I'll take that once we'll start doing the on page. All right. But that's the overall objective within SEO audit. You just have to check whether this file is present or not. If it's present, yes. If it's not present, it's bad. So if it's present, it's a good thing from the SEO perspective. Similarly, there is another file which is an XML file, guys, and that's XML file. It's just like you have a .txt, which is a notepad file. There is another version, XML. Why would you anyone do this if you want? Very great question. That's what some lot of people ask me. Let's say, Kunal, you have a website. Why would your question is, why would someone de-index, right? Why would someone remove instruct search engine to not to index the remaining those 5 pages which I've told you? If you would see all these e-commerce sites, they don't have their, what do you say, payment gateway pages being indexed, right? I mean, they don't rank. These are certain uh, things which are not to be allowed to be seen across on the search engines, not to be ranked across. Some of the agencies like CBI, CID, whatever, and all that, FBI, they define their website, they provide their website on the search or directly on the internet. I mean, if you type in their website on the browser, it would present, but their website would never ever be there on search engines. The, they just want to I mean, not secretive. If had it been secretive, they would have not made it live. They don't want to be vocal about it. All right. Some of the websites which are under construction, I've got my website ready, but the content which I have right now is the dummy content. I don't want Google to take the dummy content and index that, right? It would sort of make uh, a problematic situation for me, because I don't want Google to get overall a different image about my brand, about my website. I would want to present my website to Google or to all those people who will find my website on the search engine, that we are perfectionists. We don't want to depict a absolutely, we don't want to give the bad impression, right? So under construction websites, some of the privacy private information which you don't want to be vocal about, all that things are there. Or maybe the payment gateway pages, they are the ones which are being said that instructed by the search engine optimizers, not they won't want that to be ranked. All right, so the next file, all you have to do within the SEO audit is to check whether the robots.txt is present or not. The second thing is that you have to check whether the uh, sitemap.xml file is also present on the website or not. What sitemap.xml file is, first of all, what a sitemap is. A sitemap is something which is a sort of a list of the entire links of my website. It's a map of my website. If I show you, these are some of the websites. Just a fundamental question: what is a SEO score? Okay, every what do you say? uh, Tool has their SEO score, Preeti. So I can't really tell you which one are you talking about. So Web CEO will have its own score. SEO Profiler has its own score. It's just like a rating being given. Some give it out of 100, some give it out of 0 out of 10. So it's a very different factor altogether. So all in all, your measurement of your performance of your SEO campaign is SEO score is not a very great measure, I would tell you, in terms of finding whether your campaign is working good or not. The overall measurability part comes from the ranking of the keywords, and also from the overall. It's not universal, Kunal. Yeah, it's not universal. So it's on the ranking of the keywords, and also the kind of traffic which you're getting, and also the kind of sales which you're receiving, right? Because all in all, it's all about ROI. All right, so coming back to the sitemap, you can see this is one of the sitemap guys. You first of all just have to check by typing in domain.com forward slash sitemap.xml. So many websites don't have the robots file, many websites don't have the sitemap file if it's a new website. So all in all, in an SEO audit, you have to check whether your website does have these important files. And sitemap is a file which has a list of all the web pages which are present in your website. What is happening when you get this created and get that uploaded? I'll tell you. Absolutely, I'm coming on to that. When you create this and you get that uploaded, uh, I will show you how do you create this, and you have to get that uploaded. with the help of a developer. So your developer would actually, if you can work through FTPs, you can do that. Otherwise, some help would be needed from a developer to upload the robots in the sitemap file. Why is this important? Once you have the sitemap being created, file being created, which will have all the links, when Google will come to crawl your website, Google will crawl and see every web page which are present on your website. So let's say when Google has come onto your website to crawl it, they were able to find just only 6,500 pages. But in actual, in this site colon command, you got that 6,500 pages are indexed, and in actual you know that your website has got 6,600 pages. Somewhere there are 100 pages which are not being indexed. Now sitemap helps Google know that which all lets Google know all the search and all the links, all the web page URLs present on your website. So sitemap will have all the 6,600 URLs. All right, if you have updated it, if you keep updating it on regular basis. So what will happen, Google will also get to know the remaining 100 pages, and it will index everything. So it's better indexing. In short, better indexing of your web pages and better crawling and indexing of your overall web pages is being done with the help of sitemap.xml. Are we all good? That's what sitemap is all about, just for better indexing. And the way we create it, I'll show you. All right, great. Thanks, Navdeep. Thanks, Suman. Thanks, everybody. Sam says some sites don't show the entire web pages. Some 5 to 6 site has 600 odd because they have not de-indexed their old pages, Sam. If websites have 5 to 6 pages, they probably have got a lot of landing pages or old pages which they have not linked with their websites, but sitemap shows so many. Yeah, all right. What is the post sitemap? What is the percentage against each page? When you say what is post sitemap, I'm coming on to the other things, which is after sitemap. Would someone do that purpose? Yeah, Sam, not really sure. Not many people would do that on purpose. Uh, can't really say. This is a very subjective thing. Depends on. I don't know. I mean, in my experience, I don't know people doing it on a purpose way. Some sites don't reveal their XML sitemap. I know. Some people don't do that. Why? Because they feel that they don't want to disclose each and every web page about their website. So, what is the percentage against each page? There's no percentage against each page, Kunal. It's that every page has to be presented in the sitemap. And post sitemap, what are the things after that? I'll coming on to that. So am I answering all of your questions? So some Sam, I did answer. Krunal, I did answer. Preeti, I did answer. And all right. So let me know. No, on what is being displayed right now on your screen. Okay. So percentage. Okay. This percentage thing. Okay. This is just a sec. I have to even check myself. Priority. Not really sure. This is something. So the image part is being the frequency is checking weekly, right? Okay, it's a priority actually, that which page has to be given what percentage of priority, but this is being done very. Can a site have a sitemap and hide it? There is no purpose of having a sitemap and hiding it. I mean, it has to be who sets this? We have to create this and set this, and there are certain tools to actually create this. And this is this percentage. Kunal had asked me, right? This is all about setting the overall priority. Which web page comes as a priority one, and which web page. So there's only 100% and 60%. So I'll check in depth and let you know why 60% have we have done it for this. All right. So this information is free, like for all websites. Absolutely right, Keshav. This is for free. Who sets this? Preeti, we sets this. We are going to set this. All right. And all right. So I'm after sitemap. It's all about robots and sitemap. The next thing, guys. Just a sec. All right. Next is all about URL, search engine friendly URL, canonicalization, and 404 before we go into the break. All right. So search engine friendly URL are guys like when we look at the URLs, I hope everybody is aware of what a URL is. So a URL is a uniform resource locator. All right. Uniform resource locator, that's the name. And these are those things which are there on the top, which we see on the browser. right? Every web page has its own URL. So this is the home page, which has the URL of digitalvidya.com. If I go into the search engine optimization course page by clicking over there, that's the URL. One good way of checking whether search engine, whether the URLs, when we are doing an SEO audit, we have to check whether the URLs of my website and of my competitor websites are search engine friendly or not. One great way is to actually keep seeing some of the URLs by clicking on the major pages presented on the top menu or on the side menu, whatever. So the major pages URL, you have to check and see whether they are crisp, cleaner. So this is a cleaner version. Two words are always have to be, the space between two words have to be always represented with an hyphen. Never ever use a underscore. Never ever use a special character like at the rate or a hashtag or a dollar sign or a percentage sign. These are never ever recommended. If your website has got those hyphens or those exclamation marks or those at the rate symbols, then it means it's not a search engine friendly URL, guys. This is a great example of a search engine friendly URL, which is crisp, clean, clear, and it doesn't have spelling mistakes, it doesn't have those special characters, it doesn't, and the space between two words is also used, is also presented with a hyphen, right? So I'm saying it has to have a hyphen. So at the rate, all these special characters should not be there, but the hyphen should be there. Hyphen should be presented, hyphen should be used whenever there is a space between two words. All right. So hyphen is a recommended thing, guys, whenever there has to be, I'm sorry if I had said that wrong. So hyphen is something which is a recommended thing in between the space, to represent the space between two pages. It has to be crisp, cleaner URL without any special character. That's what you have to check. And the other thing is, let's say if this particular web page is all about SEO course. So that's what they have done. They have got one specific keyword being defined. That's actually called a focus keyword. I'll tell you what focus keywords are after the break when we'll start on page. So focus keyword is being used within the URL also. So the keywords actually come in. Every web page will have its own keyword. We have every web page, a keyword is being mapped to every web page, right? One specific keyword mapped to the very first page, second keyword mapped to the web page, third keyword being matched to the third web page. Every web page will have its own keyword, right? So the keyword being embedded into the URL also is another great way of having a search engine friendly URL. So that's with URL formatting, guys, checking for the search engine friendly URLs. The next thing, guys, is canonicalization. All right. So if you check canonicalization, there is a domain canonicalization and a duplicate content issue which arises. Now, what exactly is this? I'll talk about the folder depth where in on-page optimization, what exactly the folder depth is with respect to search engine friendly URL. Now, guys, I take with respect to canonicalization. Okay, this is a new website. Uh, I'll just take Preeti's website this time. So if you gave me your DSC, if you can share with me your website. Anybody who has got a new website right now, which I can show you. Okay, dsci.in. So just to showcase you the entire canonicalization part, I'll take help of an example. Go Dabas. Wow, what a great name, Jignesh. I'll definitely take that. So we have Data Security Council of, okay. So there are two ways to open a website. There are two ways to open a website, and one is this. So I'm taking two tabs right now. Okay, you can see this very first one. I type in dsci.in. I'm not typing in scenario one to open a website. I'm not typing in the www.dsc.in. I'm just using without www version. That is scenario one. I have not pressed enter. I have not pressed enter. This works for new websites. No, it's not that. I'm just generally saying that I wanted to see a new website because generally the new websites have got the canonicalization issue. That was the reason behind that. You have caught me very right, Keshav. So the reason why I was taking new websites because news websites generally have the canonicalization issues. All right. Scenario one, I am opening the website without www. I'm not pressing in enter right now. I'll do it in a while. Scenario two of the way I open a website is www dot d sorry dsci dot in. Okay, the site is not issue friendly. No problem, no problem, Preeti. So it's okay. I'm not going to make any fault out of it. So rather, it'll help you. All right. So I press enter in the first scenario first. All right. I press enter right now. And what happens? So Preeti's website, you don't have any canonicalization issue. Why I'll tell you, because you see what happened. Okay, that was scenario two. It did open in www.dsi.in, and in scenario one, also it did open in the same way. I'll take that again just to make you sure there is no canonicalization issue. Why? Because both the end result of both the scenarios was same. Okay, scenario one again, guys. Have a look. tsci.in. I press enter. What happens? Automatically, it moved to www. The redirection happened. Had there been no redirection, then the canonicalization issue had been there. All right. So www thing came in on its own. Scenario two was www. I was typing in it myself of opening my website. So scenario end result of scenario one and scenario two, which is without www and with www, both with both of them, it's same, right? Yeah, you have rectified this issue. Had it been that in the both the scenarios, your website was opening as dsci.in, and in scenario two, had it been www.dsc.in, the end results would have been different in terms of the domain. Then a website is opening with two different domains, with www and without www. These are two different domains which Google consider. You would say the name of the domain is same. Why are you saying these are two different domains? But Google understands this as two different domains if your website is opening with www version and without www version also. But you have already made a redirect. If your website has got the canonicalization issue, with both the scenarios, your end URL is different, or end URLs are different. One is with www and one is without www. Then the idea of getting it fixed up is having by implementing, you have to take help from a developer to implement redirect 301, which is a permanent redirect, guys. It is a permanent redirect from non www version to the www version is the recommended one. You can do it the other way also, right? So yeah, absolutely, that's what I'm telling you, Keshav. So I'm not going to teach you how to do create the coding part. So but you would have to take help of your developer to actually make a redirect 300 301. There is one redirect which is a 301 redirect, which is a permanent redirect, guys. All right, and you have to do it from non www version to the www version. And what else? Also, if this problem is there, it means that Google has seen that your website is opening with two different versions, without and with www, and Google will consider these as two different websites opening on two different URLs, and it would consider it as a duplicate content. So Google will say two different websites with same content. It means the duplicacy of the content is there. Somebody has copied content from someone. So both the websites will have a negative impact. So it's always better to check for the canonicalization of the website, whether there is a canonicalization there for your website and also for your competition. If both of them are good, it's great. If your website has that, it means there is a lot of damage happening to the overall SEO ranking of your website. And you have to correct it with the help of, sure, Sam, I'll explain it. And you have to correct it with the help of having a redirect 301, permanent 301 redirect. It's canonicalization, Nikita. Yeah, and how it can be checked. Absolutely, I'll tell that. So the overall uh, pronunciation is canonicalization. Yeah, that's the right spelling of canonicalization, which Sam has mentioned right now. So I was just typing that. So Sam did that. Thanks, Sam. So canonicalization is all about uh, checking whether your website is opening with www version and without www version. So let's say if I do it for HP threads, all right. So what I'm doing right now, I'm taking scenario one and scenario two. I'm opening website in two different ways. One is hpthreads.com. Okay, I press enter. Let's see what happens. It remains HP threads only. All right. And I'll surely tell you. And let's say scenario two, which is www.hpthreads.com. Let's see what happens if there is a redirect to the non-www, or it remains same. All right, this website has a canonical issue. The earlier one didn't have. So the HP Cotton Textile Mills Limited website, HP Thread 1, you see it's opening with HP Threads also, scenario 1, and the scenario 2 is HP Threads. Now what would have to be done in order to correct it? A redirect 301 would have to be done from the non www to the www version. What will happen when someone will type in hpthreads.com, which is this one, it will automatically change. The URL will automatically change to the www.hpthreads.com and canonicalization issue won't be there. And checking for duplicate content, Sam, we will do it when we'll do the overall, no problem, Keshav. When we'll study the, what do you call that? The tools. All right. When we'll study the tools, we'll talk about how to check the duplicate content. But what I was telling about duplicate content over here, Google will consider these two websites, these two domain webs, these two as different websites. Google will say that the same content, this entire content is also there on this particular URL and also there on this particular the second URL. Google will consider this as a duplicate content because Google will say there are two websites with same content, so it's a duplicate content. Somebody has copied content from someone, and it's gonna Google is sort of gonna not let this website rank way higher as it I mean the whatever potential it has. What is case when we type Amazon and .com opens? Okay, that's a simple redirect. That's a what do you say, location based retargeting. So in technical language, it's location-based targeting, not retargeting. Location-based redirecting. Sorry, location-based redirecting. Because you have the Indian IP, Nikita. You type in Amazon.com, automatically it redirects to Amazon.in. It's not a canonicalization issue, but it's that you are sitting in India. That's why demographic targeting, absolutely, or location-based. So the geographical one and IP address is being checked. And if you do the same when you are in some other country in UK and you type in code.com, it will get redirected to .co.uk. All right, so that's with canonicalization. Now the last part, guys, is about 404 before we go into the break. Now, what a 404 page? Let's say if I type in snapdeal.com and this is one of the URL which I already know, let's say snapdeal.com/product/kids toy. There is a great page to it. All right. Now somehow I type in the wrong URL. All right. Somehow I type in the wrong URL, which is in place of toys, I place toy. Page not found, absolutely. 404 is a URL whenever someone types in a URL which is not present on the domain server, on the server. So a page which is never being made for a particular URL, then there is a 404 page, a page not found comes in. Many websites do it in a very stupid fashion. They don't have a custom 404 page. This is a great custom 404. You just have to check for a custom 404 page. A good custom 404 page does have certain links on the top. You can see there are places where the end customer, if he or she, end customer or search engine, both of them actually lands onto a 404 page by whichever way, uh, they would actually have options to click on the header, and they would have options to click on the footer. The chances of losing that end customer or also the search engine who has come onto my website to crawl it, they would not actually leave that web page. They will stick onto my website, and I'm not going to lose my customer and also my search engine, right? So Preeti says absolutely, it's a great example. So one of the good ways to have, you know, to do while doing an SEO audit is to check the 404 pages like this, have the URL, have the domain URL being mentioned, and type in whatever A, B, C, D, whatever the domain.com / blah blah blah. Press enter. The 404 comes in. If you have a great, good looking 404, then you are actually not letting the end user and also the search engine jump from your 404 page to any other thing. Many websites have a bad 404. How it looks like, it would say page not found. That's it. No link on the top, no link in the middle, and no link on the footer. At least have footer and a header which does say about the website, and in between you can say it's a custom, it's a 404 page or page not found. But having these links will at least entice the end customer to type in somewhere in your website, and you are not going to leave that user so easily. At least some effort is being done. So a custom 404 page has to be something like this. Whenever you are getting your website made, uh, you can get this thing being done with the help of your developer or a designer. This is one way of dealing with 404 pages. You can have a custom 404 page, or also the second way of dealing with custom 404 situation is you can redirect the end customer to the home page. So let's say if I type in flipkart.com, this is what Flipkart has done, that flipkart.com / blah blah blah. You would see there is no 404 page they have got. They redirect the page not found thing to the home page. Have a look into this. All right, this is what they did. They just redirected me to the home page. Both these situations are right, but I am a good fan. I am a great fan of what do you say? The way Snapdeal has done that, having a custom 404 page. All right. So this is what, guys, is all about checking. But I guess that will be misleading. Absolutely, Preeti. That's why I'm not really a great fan of homepage redirect. All right, great, guys. That was all about SEO audit. The session has got recorded. Also, you will have the access to the overall stuff. We'll look at the on-page elements in the next session, which is uh, the overall tagging and stuff. Reason if someone type wrong spelling, he'll be lost. Absolutely right, Priti. You're right. And reason somebody can type in wrong spelling. Yeah. Uh, the way to check source code, guys, of a particular page is by pressing command U, or sorry, control U, whatever system you are in. So command U, or sorry, control U, if I do, that would actually take me to the source code. Or the other way is, if I have to check the source code, the code of the page, I click right on the element, on the space which is a blank space on the page. All right, if I go into the blank space of my page, I do a right click and it says view page source. This is the source code. Now it will look like as if it's a French thing, guys. So we'll definitely take that, and I'll tell you what all things we would be checking into while doing on-page optimization. So that's all about the basics of SEO. I've told you the overall stuff which we're going to cover in search engine optimization course overall. So the overall search engine ecosystem, and also started with SEO audit. Would request each one of you to do an audit by yourself for your website or for other websites and your competition also. And let's take a break. It's 11:54. Let's get connected by 12:25 and half an hour break. Will that be good? All right. So let's have a half an hour break, guys, and let's get connected after that. All right. And then we'll get started with on page. Cool. Thank you. Was about to go for the break, but I see some questions. So I've got a question. Will it be possible to share the presentation by Preeti? Absolutely, guys. All the presentations are shared on the LMS, on the learning management system. All right. So you can get in touch with Ajay or Deepak, whosoever is coordinating with you. They'll give you the access. And I had another question. Uh, by Keshav. Can you please check the 301 for hyperthreads? It's being rectified. Oh, great. If it's being rectified, that's great. It does take some time after setting a 301 to get it implemented. So probably after a couple of hours that can be done, Keshav. You can check at your end also, and if it's done, which is a good job done. Thank you. So let's connect at 12:25. All right. All right. We'll do it after the session for sure, Keshav, if you want. All right. everyone. I'm back. It's 12:26. All right. So let's get started. Just give me a moment. So is everybody back? All right. So we have Keshav, Jignesh, Deepak. All right. Great. Thanks, Navdeep. Thanks, Kunal. All right. So let's get started with the other part, which is the second topic. That's on-page optimization, right? And like I did tell you, what on-page optimization is all about. It's all about making changes on the website. Now, on the web page. Now, before we go ahead and understand the overall steps and dynamics of on-page optimization, it's very much important to do a keyword analysis. Why keyword analysis is important? Anybody? Why, but once we are done with the SEO audit, it's important to then the step two is to do a keyword analysis for the SEO campaign. Anybody who wants to give it a shot and let me know. So, Keshav says to be renamed first, to be ranked first. All right. Okay. Anybody else? So with keyword analysis, what happens? We find out the keywords for which we would be running our campaign, right? So if we have to find out the keywords, why do we need to find out the keywords? Why can't we just simply go ahead and rank our website on whatever we would like to? Why do we need to do analysis and research on it? We need to track traffic. All right, right keyword triggers relevant audience. Absolutely right. Perfect answer. Thanks, Deepak. Lavina says we need to track traffic. Absolutely. Krunal says a lot of people search a lot of stuff through keywords on search engines. Absolutely. So the answer is absolutely we need to do an analysis of keywords. We need to research on the right keywords just to make sure that we are not optimizing our website for those keywords which where the traffic isn't there for our website. For right. So if we know our audience, that what is our prospective audience, we can define that. We can define that this my audience is comprises of such and such people in such age bracket and whatnot, the demographics. But after knowing our product, after knowing our audience, it's very much important to in order to connect with our audience, we need to understand what sort of online browsing behavior first of all my audience has. If I guess I would do a sort of a primary research whereby I ask questions to my prospective audience or some of the people who have already bought stuff from me. I can simply go ahead and ask them what exactly are your online browsing uh, buying pattern or online browsing pattern overall. Do you use a lot of search engine? Do you use a lot of email marketing? On which platform do you use? Do you spend a lot of time? If somewhere search engine is one of the media place is one of the places where the end audience is spending a lot of time for making decision of uh, how can you do that. It's okay. Yes, that's why I'm coming on to. So it's very important to do a primary research first of all, identifying, asking your audience. I mean, either you do it over the email or you do it by calling them up. That's what I generally do whenever I take up a project. I ask my client to do a primary research and set and get certain basic uh, questions answered, the very basic questions which you need to get answered from your end audience is first of all to know the online browsing behavior, and within the online browsing behavior of your audience, if you get to know that yes, search engine is definitely used by your end audience for making decisions while buying a product which you are selling. So if you are selling iPhones, let's say, and your end audience does use search engine as one of the platform for making a decision on what from where the iPhone should be bought and what all pricing are there. So if search engine is used to make decision on buying the product, then bang on. Then you're doing the right thing. If you're using search engine marketing or you're using search engine optimization, so that is being covered. I mean, that is something which is good once you have come down to the conclusion that yes, your end audience is using search engine for making decision for buying decision. Then the next step would be to ask them what sort of keywords do they type in. The kind of keywords you can get a sample of, let's say 10 people or 100 people, whatever it's practically possible for you. When you get the base keywords, these base keywords are sort of keywords which your end audience have given you. Then you would use these base keywords to do a keyword research with the help of a keyword tool called Google Keyword Planner. If some of you have already done the SEM module, guys, then probably you would have come across this planner tool. And if not, then I'll definitely, in both the scenarios, I'm going to share how this overall thing works. All right, so let's get started. We have a lot to be covered in the on page, right? I'll get started first with a keyword planner. Let's say, can somebody help me with their website and also with maybe a couple of keywords which you think are very much related to your website? All right, so godabas.com says Jignesh, and Jignesh, any couple of keywords which you think your end audience would type in? Okay, wow. So we have two websites, Go Bamboo, bamboo.com. Okay, Tiffin services in UNE. All right, online browsing behavior says Nirkita. Preeti says, is there any process to check online behavior through secondary research? You can use Survey Monkey, Preeti. That's the only way. Otherwise, no other tools. The base keywords, absolutely. Okay, it's on Dabbawala's, sorry, the Tiffin services in Pune. All right, Jignesh. All right, so Nikita, you can, it's typed by mistake. All right, okay. All right, so mm, that's the website, and it's a Tiffin thing. So SurveyMonkey is a primary, absolutely. With the secondary research, uh, it's not perfectly. I mean, you don't know certain people. I mean, there's no way. There's no way. Preeti, in the secondary research, that this tool, Keyword Planner tool, which I'm going to show you, that will give you in totality, not for your audience. So I want to know from your audience what sort of product, they are actually looking at. All right, so moving on to, so the answer is no, actually, Preeti. There is no other way. All right. Google Keyword Planner tool. All right. So what are the matrices to be checked? We can take this up later also. Absolutely, I'll tell you the matrix to be checked in Keyword Planner while doing the keyword research. Are you talking in totality, Preeti, or just with the keyword research? Okay, guys, this is the keyword planner tool where I am logging in. So, Preeti, can you be specific with your question? Are you looking at matrix to be checked for keyword research only, or you're to be checking at looking in totality of SEO campaign? Just a sec, I'll just log in from my. All right, so all you need is a Gmail ID to sign in for the Google Keyword Planner tool and the URL of your website and also one of the base keywords. So Jignesh, can you give me the one of the base keyword which I would be using? So please, I'm looking at checking my customers' online browsing behavior. You can check for your customers' online browsing behavior only on your website. The overall pattern can be checked, but otherwise there is no tool. Okay, what should be the matrix? When we are doing a keyword research, the only matrix which I'm going to use is what particular channel are they using? Are they using social media more, or are they using email marketing more, or are they using uh, search engines more? And what time? So time is another matrix. So time is one of the matrix. How much time are they spending? And that's it. The matrix is time, I would say. So which on which all platform are they using? Are they spending time more? Yeah. Otherwise, there are a lot of things which, when I would take Google Analytics, Preeti, you will have a lot of metrics which you can see over there. But those metrics cannot be judged for the online browsing behavior for other websites in totality. Only for your website you can get to know. Okay, Tiffin or Dabba service. All right, Jignesh says. All right, I'll tell you, Jignesh, is that only for Pune or only for or for overall India or for just specific? I mean, are there, is this geographic only for Pune? All right. So your keyword should never be tiffin services. Your keyword should be tiffin services for Pune if you're doing it for the first time. All right. So my keyword tiffin services in Pune, let's say I type in. Now I tell you why I have typed in tiffin services in Pune and not tiffin services. There is a reason to it. I'll tell you what. So I press in the landing page, I press in the base keyword. The larger, the longer the key phrase, guys, the better it is. There are few things like uh, a conversion related keyword and a non-conversion related keyword. There are two categories. I have seen it from my experience, and even with all the e-commerce sites, also all these selling sites, it has been observed. Major sales come in from longer key phrases, even though the traffic is very less. All right, on these keywords, very less people actually type in the longer key phrases. But you have a local uh, business, you have a certain geography to target to, then it's a very good great way to actually take benefit out of it by implementing the geographic area within your keyword. Because somebody who is looking for a specific thing within a geographic area, restaurants in Pune, Chinese restaurants in Pune, salons in Pune, or whatnot, gyms in specific city in Pune, all those local businesses, they should be accompanied, narrowing down your targeting. Absolutely, because your end audience who is looking for something in Pune will never type in tiffin service. Very less people. I mean, the probability is less. Even if they type in, it will take you a good amount of time to get your website on the top for just keyword tiffin service. That the battle would be tough. And if you are first doing your website optimization for the first time, always and always good for longer key phrases. They have less competition and low traffic also. But these low traffic, let's say, but the low traffic related keywords are more from the conversion point of view, more good from the conversion point of view. So let's say keyword like traffic, tiffin service might give you 2000 traffic, 2000 visitors in a month, and keyword like tiffin services in Pune might give you a traffic of 200 in a month. I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation, but with that 200 thing, probably let's say you have 50 conversions, but with that 2000 visits, you just have 10 conversions. That's the actual thing which happens, because a lot of people who are looking just to know the meaning of certain things or to just play around, just to do a normal search, they type in shorter keywords. So where did I find this? All right, so I typed in Google Keyword Planner tool. I'll just give you the google.com/keyword planner. No problem. Okay, you got that. So let me share that, guys. It's a Google Keyword Planner tool. All right. So what I have done, I've got the base keyword tiffin services in Pune. I have told you why would I recommend something of this sort. And let's say if you don't have a local thing, a local business, then keywords like buy iPhone 6 16 GB. This is a long key phrase, right? I mean, Snapdeal is selling across to everybody in India. They're not restricted to Mumbai, Pune, or whatnot, but they are restricted to the online channel. So somebody typing in buy iPhone 6 16 GB online, it's a longer key phrase. It's always good to type in such kind of keyword as compared to just typing in targeting iPhone 6. A student who is trying to look for iPhone 6, what exactly it is made for, what are the features, but not looking to buy it, a lot of people would type in like this just to gain knowledge out of it. So they are not your target audience. They only those people are your target audience who are looking to buy it. People who buy, they actually type in keywords like this. Comparison of iPhone 6 with Samsung S6 Galaxy, they would type in longer key phrases because they are in their decision making process. The overall journey of making decision has begun for them, so they will always type in keywords like this. They would not never ever type iPhone 6 as a lonely keyword. All right, so whenever you're starting fresh, these keywords are recommended. Can you type more than one key phrases? Absolutely, you can, Kunal. Yeah, more than one you can. So more key phrases in one keyword. All right, so the second thing is to find out the category. So the category comes in the food part. I think there was a food part, food and groceries. I can see the household supplies, beverages. I type in food and whatnot. So what would actually come in? Okay, okay, okay. Not really sure. Somebody want to help me? What particular one? Gourmet and specialty foods. Okay, I'm just doing it. You can take your time and do that later on. So I've just selected one of the category. My target audience is India, but my target location is Pune, right? So I can have that also in place. So I can just check how people are, uh, what kind of searches people are doing for this particular category, within the Pune. So now I will get the overall list of all permutation. Sorry, why it turned to India again. So I'll get the list of permutation combination of lot many keywords which people within Pune are actually using. My goodness, what am I doing? Is it me or is it the Google AdWords? So I remove India, all right, save it. Okay, that's being done, and then I click on get ideas. You can ignore the other part because the other parts are all right. So no ideas were returned. Keyword ideas. All right. So I probably need to change the. So there's hardly any searches on Pune. So let's try to do it for India now. So there's less number of searches happening within the Pune. So it's a good thing for you. It's not a bad thing, Jignesh, because you are you're way too early in this thing. So you still have a lot of scope, right? Okay, what happened? Why this got changed? We had a lot of keywords right now. Why this got changed? Okay. So if I look at the ad group ideas, I would get certain, let's see, okay, strange. So for this particular category, we don't have something. I am removing the category. Let's say I am changing the keyword also. And all right, so there are major searches for the Mumbai tiffin I can see. So it's way too popular. People know that tiffin services are very much popular in Mumbai and in Bangalore and in Delhi and in Gurgaon and in Noida, and Pune is there. All right. So very first thing, guys, now with these keyword ideas, I actually removed uh, from Pune, I made it to India, and I also made a change to my keyword. Somehow it was not helping me to get overall list because for the Pune there are just no searches at all. So I can see tiffin services in Pune is one which is a related tiffin box, something I don't think it's a relevant one. Now I tell you how to actually look at and deciding the keywords, guys. The very first thing, let's say, you have got a whole list of keywords which are related to you. But in this particular example, all these keywords are not related except for the very first one, tiffin service is related. But Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, I mean, that's something which Jignesh is not going to go for because he's not serving his services in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and all that. So, first is the relevancy part. You have to filter down all these keywords, first of all, on your relevancy. Once you get to know that, yes, this is very much relevant to what I am offering, this first keyword, then the another Pune keyword is the second one which is relevant. Now after that you can see there are other parameters. Let's say you have got a list of 10 keywords, on the basis of the relevancy out of 200 permutation combinations which are being offered to you by Google out of 200. So you can see there are 800 keywords, guys. First of all, what you can do is export all that across within an Excel sheet. You do have an option of exporting it, downloading it from here. You can download that across in an Excel sheet. Once you do that, you can sort of segregate first of all in terms of the relevancy. Once you do the relevancy segregation, the next part would be to actually look at, let's say out of 800 you get list of 80 keywords which are relevant to your business. All right, the next thing would be to look at the competition and the monthly searches. All right, you can ignore the suggested bid part, guys, because that's for the paid ads. Let's say, assume that tiffin service and tiffin service in Mumbai, these are two related keywords, relevant keywords for your business, or maybe the top three ones. The top three ones, here it says the average monthly searches. You always have to look for higher searches, keywords with higher searches and lower on the competition side. Why would you look at that? Because keywords with lower competition are easy to rank. It would be easy to make your website rank for the keyword tiffin service as compared for the keyword tiffin service in Mumbai. It has a lower competition. All right. So let's say there are a couple of keywords which have similar competition, and you have to make a decision that you want to only choose one of them. Let's say, so you would choose out of the very first one, which is 1900 in medium and 1000 in medium. You would choose only the very first one, which is 1900. You have first of all check the relevancy part. You can choose both of them also, all right, or you can choose for all of them. In the very first go initial, when you're doing it for the very first time, always go with low and medium competitive keywords. Low, medium, and related. So when you say competition, means that keyword is used by a lot of competitors. Absolutely. So not a lot of websites are actually competing for that, trying to get their website on the top, right? Trying to get their website on the top and trying to get their uh, uh, advertisement also in the search results. All right. So that's when you once you're done with filtering out, let's say you get hold of 15 keywords or 20 keywords, guys. All right. I always recommend to have minimum one or maximum three keywords per web page. Now the point is, after getting a list of 80 keywords, you would have to do a URL mapping. URL mapping in the sense which keyword would be targeted to which web page, which keyword would be targeted to which web page would be done, and every web page should be targeting minimum one or maximum three keywords if you're doing for the first time. That's my advice. And even if you're doing optimization after some while also, but it's always good to target only three keywords, because if you go ahead with targeting more keywords, yeah, what will happen, you'll keep making efforts on 10 different places on 10 different keywords, and it'll become difficult to get your website on the top easily, right? I'll show you common keywords can be there. Absolutely, common keywords can be there, but always go for very targeted keywords, Nikhil, in the initial phase. That's what I would say. You can definitely have them. It's not that you cannot have them. Let me show you with the help of an example how URL mapping and keyword analysis I got that done for one of my client. Let me show you. So like I did tell you that for, I'll show you the live examples. Mm, URL mapping. All right. So I believe here I go. So URL mapping. All right. So what I have done in this particular client's case, I've got the keywords listed. I've got 15 to 20 keywords, I believe. Yeah, 15 keywords. What I did after finalizing on the relevancy part. So once I got the base keyword and the website entered into the Google Keyword Planner, it gave me a list of 1000 keywords. Out of 1000 keywords, I got list of 100 keywords, right? Which are relevant. And out of 100 keywords, I selected some bunch of keywords with which have low competition and higher searches. So I've got them down to somewhere close to, let's say, 15 keywords. Now I charge client on the basis of keyword. That's why client had a budget where he could have paid only for 15 keywords. All right. So then he told me that out of those 80 funnel down keywords, he gave me overall, uh, I would say, an importance that these 15 keywords are much more important, and they are in priority, right? So the priority 15 keywords were being given to me. Now why 15 keywords and why not 80 keywords? Because of the budget factor. He could have taken other 65 keywords also. Now after taking these 15 keywords, what we did, we actually did a URL mapping. We listed down the keywords, and you can see for the very first keyword was the home page, then the second keyword was the home page, the third and the fourth keyword it was about another internal page where we saw that content on this particular keyword, what's different URL, the content on this particular URL, what's different one was about best property websites. All right, it was all about best property website. Then you can see the Gurgaon related keyword was targeting the Gurgaon related URL, right? Similarly, the another Gurgaon related keyword targeting the same Gurgaon related URL. So one URL, there are a couple of keywords targeted on one single URL. Similarly, the Noida URL targeting the Noida related keyword. We had another Noida related keyword. It was property in Noida and real estate in Noida. Both are different keywords, but both are Noida related one, and they were targeting one single web page which was all about Noida one. Similarly, the Bhopal one targeting the Bhopal one, Indore one Indore, Bhopal one again Bhopal targeting Bhopal, Gurgaon with Gurgaon and all not. That was the URL mapping, right? In case you guys want me to share that, this won't be on LMS. I can share that with you. I can send this across to Ajay or Deepak, whoever is coordinating. Well, let me know in case you are looking for it. Kunal says your URL mapping is basically when someone searches using that keyword, search engine will throw up that particular URL. Absolutely right. Because we are going to let Google know that this web page is focusing on this specific URL. We will optimize, Kunal, our Noida related URL with the Noida related keyword. Google will automatically index that page also in the Noida related keyword in the data center. And whenever someone will type in the front end of the search engine, this related keyword property in Noida, Google will actually list down our search result somewhere on any of the page, wherever we are actually performing as per the performance. Nikita says, what is the baseline ranking? Very great question. I'll tell you. How soon you should change the keywords and its mapping? Okay. The URL mapping should not be changed. If you have done it once, I would not recommend you to change it ever, because you have started making effort into it. So you should not change that. You can add on more keywords and add on more URLs. Instead of 15, I can have 20, 25, 30. And I have got another question, which is baseline ranking, current ranking. I'll take that. Navdeep says it. So it would be exactly the same keyword selection or word to word mapping. It would be, can be a bit different, but synonyms can be there, Navdeep, and but not the word to word thing. Not the word to word mapping should be there. It can be the similarity has to be there. The theme similarity, you can say, the thematic ways. For example, had it been real estate property in Noida, then absolutely. If it had would have been real estate property in Noida, then also I would have chosen this URL. But I won't go for more than 3 keywords per web page, right? So theme has to be seen. All right, and now the next thing is baseline ranking and current ranking, guys. When I started this overall project, let's say I started in the month of March, I did typed in these keywords within Google search result, all right, and saw whether my website is ranking somewhere or not. It was not ranking on the very first, on couple of on first 20 pages. I check it till top 20 pages, which is till 200th position. It was not ranking anywhere. My website was not ranking. So the baseline ranking is when I started. Now current ranking is when I shared this overall URL mapping sheet again in the month of May. So May 22nd. From March it started, April, May, in couple of months I moved these keywords from nowhere. The first five, I started working on first set of five first. I concentrated my effort on the first five or first six, whatever, and made them move from nowhere in the top 20 to the third page. So that's how my overall measurement of my performance was also evaluated. That whether I have been able to get the website moving on the ladder, on the search engine ladder. All right, so am I clear? Is everybody clear with whatever I've spoken about all that? Have I answered everybody's question? All right, so repeat current ranking thing. All right, sure, Nikita, I'll do that. And not clear then, okay, sure. So what I did when I started this project, all right, so I started this project in the month of March. I've taken this one of my client who doesn't mind sharing his details. So otherwise, a lot of I have signed NDA with a lot of clients. So I started this contract in the month of March, and when I started this, in the month of March, the baseline ranking is was being tracked at that point of time. In the month of March, these keywords, my website was not ranking on the search engine anywhere. The ranking wasn't there. When I typed in this keyword real estate in India, let's say I typed it in Google search engine, I checked for all the search results, whether my website was ranking in any of the search result or not. I saw that it's not ranking anywhere. When I typed in best real estate websites in India, it was other websites which came in the first search, first SERP page. In the second SERP page also, it was another website and whatnot. In the top 20 pages, top 20 SERP pages, my website was not ranking anywhere. But on the date, May 22nd, which is after a couple of months, when I checked the ranking again, I sent the report to the client saying that on March it was nowhere. I mean, somewhere, I mean, whatever date, I don't remember the date. In the month of March, the website was not ranking for this particular keyword, but after making efforts for 2 months, I have got the ranking changed. Now my website is actually ranking on the third position, third page, somewhere on the third page when somebody types in the keyword best property websites on Google search bar. When baseline ranking increase, when you do on page and off page. So baseline ranking improves when you do the on page and off page. So let's say my website was ranking on the 50th page, and when I start doing on page and off page, which I'm taking on page right now, then the ranking started improving. I would go ahead and keep on checking the ranking on regular basis, maybe on weekly basis. So why it is NA on May 22nd? Okay, this is actually, I should have written it. Very good thing. I should have done it baseline ranking as on March, let's say 22nd only. All right. And this is current ranking as on May 22nd. So this was the ranking on March 22nd, and this is the ranking. So I hope this is all clear now, right? All right. Great stuff, guys. Thank you so much for asking. And once this is being done, this is one way of doing URL mapping. There is another way of doing URL mapping. Let me show you that. The other way is if you want to, this was about having a restrictive budget, all right, where only client was ready to pay only for 15 keywords. I generally charge in 2,000 rupees per keyword per month. So client had a budget of 30,000 per month. So that's why he gave me 15 keywords. Um Other client for which, okay, for the same client, when he increased the budget, he said that I want to make every web page. So with this kind of thing, with 15 keywords, only very specific keywords would be, or very specific web pages would be optimized. The other way is that if I want every page to be optimized, then URL mapping would work in a different fashion. Just a sec. Yeah, here you go. So, all right, here's the one for the same client. For the same client, if the client says that I have got no budget restriction, but I want to make sure that every web page on my website should be optimized for the related keywords, then what did I did? The very first thing, I got all the URLs of my website listed. Step one, I took an Excel sheet, I got the home page listed over here, then I got all the internal pages listed, right? So all the internal pages got listed one after another, and they were almost close to 41 pages. 41 web pages present on the website. The client said that I'm ready to pay 82,000 rupees, as I was targeting 2,000 rupees per web page in that case. Earlier I was charging 2,000 per keyword. Then I made my pricing change to 2,000 rupees per web page. And every web page I started, targeting, like I said, 1 to 3 keywords. Just ignore the title thing over here for and the length part, the description part. You can see there are 3 keywords. It says target keyword 1 to 3 keywords per web page, right? I had written I had taken a huge list of those 1080 keywords, which I have finalized on, and started mapping keywords, started having permutation and combination of keywords for every web page. In the previous example, I had taken keywords first and mapped them to the URLs. In this example, I've taken all the URLs, and for all the URLs, for every single URL, I've got minimum one and maximum three keywords. Is your screen keywords aren't visible? Sure, I'll just zoom that. Sure, just a sec. Right. All right. So I hope it's visible, or should I make it? Great. All right. So you can see the target keywords in that case, I made it minimum one and maximum three keywords for every internal page, right? This is the live example, guys, which I'm letting you know. And the next thing after that is what I'm going to tell you after URL mapping comes with changing the tags of every web page. So do we, Keshav, you can call me Nick, no problem. So do we have any tools to map? No, there is no tool. It has to be done by a human. So I wish there was a tool to actually do that. So no, the specific word keywords for specific web page. No, unfortunately, we don't have that. So this has to be done by a human to actually get that thing done. All right. So that's with URL mapping. I hope, in case you want me to share this Excel sheet, I can do that. Both the Excel sheet, guys. Let me know in case you want that. All right, Lavina, sure, I'll do that. And okay, great. All right, guys, Samik, Deepak, absolute, taken your point. Now, the next thing, I would want you guys to also do that for your website. So, Preeti says, do you mean if a campaign is run for a period, one should target keywords mapped URL, but if the website is to optimize, is the other way? See, the first example, Preeti, was when limited keywords were being taken. Client had a limited budget. I was charging for 2000 rupees per keyword per month. For every month, I was charging him 15 keywords into 2000 rupees per keyword, which is 30,000 rupees, 30,000, 30,000 again. And so that was the reason the budget was a restriction, because of which only very specific web pages were being taken. But when a client said that I am not looking for making my web pages very selective web pages to be ranked, I want every web page to be ranked, then in that case, we did the keyword mapping in a different way, where we got the URLs first and the keyword later on. In the first example, it was keywords first and keywords being mapped with the URL. In the second example, it was URLs first and URLs being mapped with the keywords, right? Was that your question? I mean, does that answer your question? So you say if a campaign is run for a period, for a specific period, one should target. So what is the best price? So it is dependent on budget. Absolutely, many people actually take this decision on the basis of budget also. But if you can do it, but for you guys, if you're doing for your website, I won't say there should be a budget restriction, because you would be doing it yourself. Right. So if you're doing it yourself, then you can, I mean, it would be dependent on the kind of time you can give in. So if you can give plenty amount of time and you can hire resources, and you can go as beyond as much as you can. So with the very big websites, they have a huge team taking care of it. So Snapdeal, if they have got 10,000 pages of 1 lakh pages, they'll have a huge team to actually look into it. So it's dependent on budget, absolutely. All right, so let's get started with the tag part, and I'll definitely share. You identify the keywords for each page manually. Absolutely. Where does the actual mapping happen in this website? Absolutely, this was done manually. Never ever. I mean, I did that with the help of Keyword Planner also. I mean, I got the overall permutation and combinations with the help of Keyword Planner. I first of all look at the relevancy, and after categorizing them from the relevancy, then I took help of the competition and monthly searches. So I listed them in the terms of preferences. Keywords with lesser competition and higher average monthly searches, I gave more preference to those keywords and started mapping them. So and on the basis of the theme part also. The very first, so one of the internal page which is talking about Gurgaon, I made sure that the Gurgaon keywords are targeting that, but not more than three keywords per web page. Make sense? So it was done manually. Okay, giving the report was your final task. Giving the report was not my final task. I went ahead and did the on page also. So I'll, and this page had the on page optimization done. I'll show you. And all right, all right, you got it. Thanks. Great. So once the keyword research is being done, guys, there are things like title, meta tags, and meta tag description. I'll tell you what are these. Then we have alt tags and heading tags. All right. So what are these title tags and meta tags? I told you about the I did tell you about the source code thing, right? So let's say, first of all, I have to look at the source code of those pages which are ranking. I type in that same keyword which I had used, which is, sorry, why is this not taking? By iPhone 6, all right? So when I type in this keyword, I get to see the Snapdeal result, the Snapdeal organic listing being there, all right? Now, what happens, the search result, guys, the text which is written over here on the top, which is in uh, dark blue or purple, whatever color it is, it's a navy blue. The navy blue colored text is the title tag of every page. All right. I repeat once again, the navy blue colored text is the title tag, and then the text which is in gray, which is much more text. You would see this is lesser number of characters, and this is more number of characters. This is meta description tag. Now, what are these? These are part of every web page. Whatever text is written on the web page, that gets represented in the search results also. If I'll open this page in a new tab, I open this page in a new tab. Title tag, I repeat again, is the navy blue colored on the top, and meta description tag, I repeat again, which has a more characters as compared to title tag, is represented in the gray colored text. All right. This is something which we as search engine optimizers, we have to create it. All right. Just a sec, guys. Why is the App Store troubling me? All right, so I go back to the same example. When I have opened this search result in the how do we find keywords that competitions are using? Very great question. So what all keywords competitors are using, we have to check in their uh, source code. So when I'll take all these, what do you say, tags part, you will get to know. I'll take this question, Sam. Just give me 10 minutes. Once I'm done with the tags part, you will automatically get to know how can we see very easily what competitors are using in there as in keywords, and it's very much important to see what keywords are they using. All right, so like I told you, the title tag is this. On the top, meta tag description is this. If I go and open this web page in a new tab, the title tag doesn't appear somewhere, anywhere on this page. All right. But if I take my cursor on the top, which is where this tab is there, can you see a small uh, rectangular shaped thing comes in with white background and black color text says iPhone 6 16 GB colon buy Apple iPhone 6 16 GB. It vanished. I take it again, right? And you can see the same rectangular shaped thing again with the content being there. And in the end, it says -snapdeal.com. That's the title tag, guys, right? Take it there again. It says buy iPhone 6 16 GB colon buy Apple iPhone 6 16 GB. If I go back, this is what the same text was. iPhone 6 16 GB colon buy Apple iPhone 6 16 GB online at low and then dot 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 truncated because it cannot take the entire text. Similarly, if you have to check for the meta description which was over here in the search result, if you want to see it on the front end, it is not at all visible. Only the title tag is visible only if you take your cursor on the top. All right. But now if you have to see at the back end of your website, I will do source code. I would check the source code again. I mean, you know the source code. How do we check that? Clicking right or doing Control U, whichever way. When we go over here, there would be title and meta, which you would get to see. So when I am over here on this page, So this is the meta description and this is the title tag. Can you guys all see that? This is the title tag starting and then the title tag closed over here, right? This is the same content. And this is something which every search engine optimizer would have to create for every web page manually. There is no tool to create title tags. Even if you will find something, some tool for that, don't use it because these tools are not good. I'll tell you what are the difference in the kind of content which you'll write for the title and the kind of content which you'll write for the meta description. The difference between these two. You can see the meta description. So it's done on the source code, absolutely pretty. And I'll show you how can you do it for a WordPress based website very easily. If you have a CMS based website, you can do it very easily without having much technical knowledge. So Snapdeal must be doing this for many products. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. They have got huge team to actually look into that. Plus they're working full time. So it's not that difficult task. All right. So meta description, you can see it's much of a larger content as compared to the title content. Now the title tag, guys, has a character limit which Google or any other search engine says 55 to 60 characters only. So 55 to 60 characters are is something which is recommended for the title, and for the meta description, it's 150 to 156. Absolutely, including spaces. Yeah, absolutely. I was coming on to that. So every space has to be counted as a character as well. So 150 to 156 character for meta description and 55 to 60 characters is, or maximum 70. Don't go on beyond 70 for title tags. Title is 55 to 60, right? But even if you go till 70, it's also okay. No problem, Nikita. All right. So, uh, and when you have to write these title and meta tag, guys, you remember when I in the keyword list in that Excel sheet, I had told you 1 to 3 keywords, minimum one and maximum 3 keywords. Out of those 3 keywords, let's say you have decided on 3 keywords per web page. Out of those 3 keywords, select one of your focus keyword. So out of those three, if you can decide on one focus keyword, which is a sort of a priority keyword, out of three, you have to select the best keyword for which you want to give much more importance. Select one focus keyword and one focus keyword to be used at least once in the title, and focus keyword again to be used once in the meta description as well. All right. So the focus keyword which you are deciding, how would you decide on focus keyword? I mean, there is no rule for it. That's all up to you. Out of the 3 keywords which you have selected, I'm taking the Excel sheet again. Uh, So with this keyword, with this particular sheet, we had 3 keywords, right? One of the 3 keywords, we take one of the keyword as a focus keyword and we write the title tag. Now, title tag, guys, are more about what the web page is. Title tag is what the web page is all about. That kind of content we do it. So if agency is doing it, can be checked from the source code. Absolutely right, and you can check it for your competitors also. All right. The title tag is what the web page is all about, and meta description, guys, is all about what unique things you have, what unique thing a specific page has got. All right. Just to give you an example with this page only, uh, let's say this was the one. You can see the unique part, something attractive, free shipping, COD, and EMI options available across India. Right? These kind of stuff. You know, you're running an offer, doing something extra for the end customer, so that the end customer, once he or she reads it, but he or she actually gets gets motivated to click on your particular ad. You know, he or she should be enticed enough with this kind of text to click and reach to your web page, right? So that can be done. This is with the title tag, this is with the meta tag description. Another thing about title tag, when you're writing about what the web page is, one good thing, can you map title tag to a particular URL? Absolutely, that's what we did, Kunal. I'll show you. You cannot map title tag for every URL. When you are doing, you have to sort of create it. When you say mapping, it means creating the title tag. So when I did that for my particular client, I whatever title tag they had, I was not impressed with them. I got that written. I got new title tags written. And the one another good thing about writing title tag, like I said, it's all about using the focus keyword once, and also what the page is all about, right? What the web page is all about. Plus, in the end, if you can have the blog, sorry, the brand name. When you're writing the tag, the title tag, have the brand name in the end. This particular Excel sheet which I have, it does have, I mean, I have programmed it in a certain fashion that it goes beyond 70 character. It will show me that it will first of all count it, and it will show me in red color that yes, you're going beyond. It will give you a warning. Similarly, for page description, I have set it to 170 characters, but 150 characters max, so I don't go beyond 156 or 159. So I have used 160 also. Somehow, if you go much more beyond that, then it's not good, right? I recommend 150 to 160 if you can make it in between that. All right, so that something was being done in this when this Excel sheet was being created. Very first of all the URLs were being pulled out. Then the keywords were being mapped by taking a list from Keyword Planner. Keywords, three keywords for every web page were being mapped, and for every web page, I got the content writer made the title tags and meta tags. And meta tag description limit and title tag description limit I've already told you. Plus, when you're writing for title, it's all about the web page, and it's also with meta tag description, it's all about what special feature are you offering. With title tag, another thing, when you are ending, when you're just about to end the specific title tag, you should try having placing the brand name in the end. That's what even Snapdeal has done. You would see within their source code. So you have the meta description and you have the title tag, and you can see snapdeal.com in the end, right? So snapdeal.com in the end. And guys, the other thing is meta keywords. Now meta keywords are also to be inserted, and these are those 1 to 3 keywords for every web page. Can you see the meta keywords over here? They have got plenty of keywords because they're the king. They know that they can target a lot of them, but this is not something good. I don't recommend doing that, taking so many keywords for meta keywords. This is the meta keywords, guys. uh, you can see that across. So somebody did ask me, how can we get to know about what keywords my client is, my competitor is also using? So you can see that by checking in their source code. You can check for the meta keywords, and you can check for the meta description. You can check for the title. Whenever you need ideas of how your competitors, I mean, how title tag and meta description should be created for your website, you can take help from your competitor website. But don't ever copy it. Another thing, don't ever have same title tag being used for couple of pages for your own couple of web pages also. Don't copy it from your competitor's site. Don't have same title tag on couple of web pages. I mean, not even 2 pages should have the same, but won't they all same if you are in the same industry? No, you have to rephrase the words some or the other. I mean, by I mean, without doing it intentionally, if it happens, I mean, you can't really avoid that, but try as much avoidance you can. If you are in the same industry, at least don't copy it. You can just rephrase the words. All right. So Amazon and Snapdeal with both absolutely. I mean, Flipkart would also be selling, and plenty of other websites. Shopcluse would also be selling, but same wording should not be there. It's recommended, but if that happens, you can't really do much about it. All right, so that's with title and meta tags, guys. How are we going to update that in our site? I'll show you that also. So once you have written that down, got that in place in an Excel sheet, one of the step is being cleared. One of the step is being done by you. The second step is, the second thing is the alt tag, guys. Every web page, I'll rather go ahead and open my website backend and then show you the implementation part. All right, so what I'm doing right now, I am showing you the backend of my website, which is the backend of my own website. So this is the front end, guys. I'm just showing. This is the backend first. That's the backend, and we'll show you the front end also. So I'm logging into my website. I always recommend having WordPress CMS. I mean, having a CMS is something which is recommended so that you can do things very easily. This is the backend of my website, and this is how my website looks like in the front end. All right, about online marketing and all the other stuff. All right, so whatever changes I'll make from the back end will get reflected in the front end. One great thing about WordPress, there is this plugin, guys, with all the CMS also, whether it's a CMS plugin, sorry, whether it's a WordPress CMS or the other CMS like OpenCart or Joomla or whatnot. What CMS, guys, is CMS stands for Content Management System. So what you can see over here right now is a CMS only. It's a sort of a software, online software, which helps you to manage your overall content. You can see everything of my website. The blog posts are categorized, the overall pictures are categorized in one way, comments, projects, galleries. There are certain sections in my website where I have uploaded the projects and the testimonial section and whatnot. So there is a particular tab called plugin. Plugins are kind of things which are sort of additional functionalities to my website. By default, there are like 10 functionalities to my website which would come right with the website. But if I want to add more features to my website, then plugins are something. It's like buying a car with the basic model, you get certain things, right? But if you want to buy in some more accessories to it, add on more stuff, you would buy you would buy and implement them. Similarly, you get the website with certain features by default, but if you want to get more features into it, so I want to add the SEO feature to it. I go into the plugins part on the left hand side and then click on add new, and there is a world renowned, industry renowned tool of SEO which I would say 90% of the SEO experts use these days. It's called SEO Yoast. I would type in, I went to plugins, I clicked on add new, and I typed SEO Yoast. All right. So I would tell you SEO Yoast. Since I've already got installed on my website, that's why it won't tell me it says installed. For you, if you will do for the very first time, you would have to click on install now. It will say install now for you. Once you click on install now, it would say activate. Then you would do the activation part. What will happen for your entire website, all that tagging functionality, the meta keywords and meta tag description will appear automatically. Let me show you how it will appear. Let's say if I go to all the blog posts which I have on my website, I go to the blog post. Once I have implemented the SEO Yoast, it's only for, no, it's there for other, what do you say, CMS also. But if your website is not on any CMS, then it's not going to be available. Magento would have a similar plugin, absolutely right. So all the other CMS have their similar plugins. All right, so I go into the post part and click on all post. All right. Okay, just a moment, guys. I'll just have a sip of water. Excuse me. All right, yeah, SEO Yoast. All right, this is the very first blog post. A blog post is very much like, okay, somebody is on the unmute mode. Can I request all of you to please mute yourself? I don't know who's. Let me mute everybody. All right, I've done that. All right, so Kunal says, does SEO ranking gets affected if you use HTML or Flash? With Flash, absolutely, Flash is not being cached so easily. Earlier on, it was not, but these days somehow it does. But I won't recommend Flash. But HTML is good. HTML doesn't affect, right? But I always prefer having these you working around on the CMS based platform, and even a CMS based platform can have the Flash thing. All right. Going ahead, clicking on the edit version, Flash ads are banned now, day before yesterday. Uh, is that I haven't got to know. I'll check for that. All right, great. Thanks for letting me know, Keshav. So I go ahead and click on the very first ad, which is local SEO. All right. So when I click on the local SEO one, guys, what you can see is the backend of my web page or my blog post. This is how it looks like on the back end, and I'll show you how it looks like on the front end. I click on the view post and open it in a new tab. So you can share why it got banned, maybe in our group or something, guys. Do you have a WhatsApp group by any chance? And all of you, in case you have, feel free to add me in case you want. Okay, so some of you can actually take the lead, can have the WhatsApp group. Yeah, I know Google group is there, but it's so difficult to actually keep a track on the Google stuff. Right, Jignesh, you can take the lead and add me too. So guys, you can share your number once we are done with. Okay, Preeti says I'll do that. So whosoever wants to take the lead can do that. All right, so we can exchange numbers at a later stage. And like I said, it's the very first. Sorry, this is the back end of my one of the blog posts, and this is how it looks like in the front end. All right, so you can see the same content which you see on the back end, that's right up over here. Whatever changes I'll make to my web page will get, and whenever I'll make a change and update it, it will be shown on the front end as well, right? I scroll further down. Can you see the Yoast SEO plugin which I installed? That is when I scroll further down, it is appearing over here. That's where the overall on-page optimization gets work done. Whatever title tag, whatever key focus keyword, I did tell you about the focus keyword. I did tell you about the meta keywords. So have all those three keywords. I've got these three keywords mentioned over here. So I've got this first one, which is a very long key phrase. This is one of my keyword. This is the second one, and then the other third one. I've got three keywords in place in meta keywords. Meta description, I have not written it fully, but I should have 150 up till 156 characters. Similarly, I've got the SEO title which I had written, and let's say if I go beyond the 70 character thing, it will see it says it's it's too long. It warns me, so I don't have to do anything. SEO Yoast actually helps me to let me know whether it's I'm doing it perfectly or not. It does tell me that my keyword, my focus keyword is there in my page title. It gives me a green signal. It does tell me that my keyword is there in the page URL also. I'll tell you that how to place your keyword, how to get your SEO friendly URL also. Within the content also you need, within the description also you need, or at all these places we need our focus keyword. One of the focus keyword which I have used, I did tell you use it at least once in your SEO title, at least once in your meta description. Similarly, your focus keywords, guys, should be used for your URL. I did tell you how the search engine friendly URL looks like. You can edit that across over here. You know, the spaces between two words are being represented with a hyphen. My keyword is actually used within the URL. I can set this up. The overall domain cannot be changed, but the wordings after the domain part is something which I have got hold of, and I've got my keyword embedded into it. Once I got the keyword, how to make your local business rank higher on Google, when I've got this up and the same focus keyword is there, that's why it says my keyword is also present in the page URL. So that's what search engine friendly URL is. Similarly, guys, what Google says that Google also want some more tags to be presented, to some more tags to be optimized, and these are header tags. The way we read a newspaper, the very first headline which comes up is bigger in size. Then we have certain content, and then we have uh, a subheading, then some more stuff, and subheading is bit smaller in size as compared to the main heading, right? So that's why, that's again it happens here. You have certain content, you can make it as a header tag, a heading one. You select that, and this is the place where you can go ahead and mention it as a heading 1. It is advisable to do SEO for your blog site on WordPress. Yes, it is advisable. But I would say, but take the don't use the free version, because free version doesn't have the SEO Yoast stuff, Preeti. So the free version of WordPress doesn't have all these functionalities. If you can buy a domain, get a hosting, and also get the WordPress set up. So in case you guys want, anybody who wants their own domain hosting and their WordPress setup, I can help you in getting that in the most effective fashion. So you can email me across. All right. So you can see the heading 1 has got the biggest size, but then the heading 2 bit smaller than heading 3, 4, 5. Maximum 6 headings can be used. It's always recommended to use the very first focus keyword in heading 1, the second meta keyword to be used in heading 2, and third meta keyword to be used in heading 3. All in all, in general, in a practical scenario, people just go beyond heading 3, don't go beyond that, right? So it's all up to you. How do you place the content? So this is there. Your first focus keyword should be there in the heading 1. And next thing is that within the text, the paragraph which you're writing, this is the paragraph, guys. I have got this set up as not as heading 1, 2, 3, or 4. I've got this set up as a paragraph. Within the paragraph, there is one thing called keyword density, guys. KD, or keyword density. Keyword density is the number of times your keyword is appearing, your focus keyword or whatever keyword is appearing out of 100 words. So let's say you are writing 100 words, and in within 100 words you've got one of the word as your keyword. So 99 words are something else, and one of the keyword of those 100 words is your keyword. So it means it's a 1% keyword density, guys. It's a 1% keyword density if you have one of the keyword out of 100 words. Now you have another set of keywords, another set of 200 words, then you can go ahead and simply have 1% keyword density in your next set of 100 words. So if you have 200 words and you've got two words as your keywords, then it's 2 divided by 200 into 100, which means 2%. Sorry, 1%. Am I getting you? Are you all getting me? Two keywords divided by 200 words. So it's always advisable. Absolutely. That's why I'm saying 1% is advisable. Don't go beyond having 2% keyword density or 3% keyword density. Had I been teaching you on-page optimization way back in 3 years earlier, 2012, then I would have told you to have 2% to 3%, but this time it's being considered as keyword stuffing, guys. So 1%, only one keyword out of every 100 words which you're writing should is preferable, 1% keyword density. All right, so that's with the paragraph. Now another way, guys, another particular uh, tag beside the header tags and all that is an alt tag. Now, alt tag is a tag through which Google gets to understand what is a particular uh, image all about. Google cannot read an image. Google can get to know about an image with the help of the tag which we really link to it. If I have got this image in place, I've got that with the help of ad media. When I've got this in place, I can edit it, and I edit it, my focus keyword should be there in the alt tag. You can see the alternative text. Alternative text and alt tags are the same thing, guys. There was nothing over here. I had myself put that across. My focus keyword, I have deliberately, just to optimize, I've got this up. My focus keyword, I have got that up in the alternative text option. I go ahead and update it, and you can see SEO Yoast will say that it was there in the alt tag also. Okay, it doesn't say right now, but actually it is recommended. All right, so the alt tag should have the keyword. The search engine friendly URL should have the keyword. The heading 1 should have the focus keyword. Heading 2 and heading 3 can have the second meta keyword and third meta keyword. The overall text, the paragraph text should have a 1% keyword density. Are we all good with what I have spoken so far? It's 1:36. I'm just going to take 10 more minutes. Kevin says yes. Can I get a yes or no? Good says Prashant, Jignesh, Samik. All right, Navdeep. Sam, all right. Krunal, all right. Rima, all right. Thank you so much, guys. So, thanks, Deepak. All right, so that's with the overall major tags. The next thing which comes up is internal linking and external linking, which I want to tell you. So there is one thing within uh, on page optimization, which is internal linking. Now, what internal linking is, first of all, I tell you what, can you explain alt tag again, please? Absolutely sure, Preeti. So, Preeti, how Google gets to know about how Google cannot read or see the images, all right? They don't have human eyes. Google crawls the images with the help of the alt tags which are linked to an image. With every image, there is this functionality which is being given that you can place an alt tag. Many people leave it blank, but Google gets to understand about an image with the help of that alt tag only. So as an SEO optimizer, don't ever leave the alt tag option blank whenever you have it in a particular blog post. Now this blog post is has got a specific focus keyword. That focus keyword should be used for the image which you're using in the post. So does Google image? Absolutely. Google image search works on the basis of the alt tag. If you want your image, if you want your image used on the website to be ranking high on the Google image search, then alt tag is the tool which you should be using. So I go onto the image part and you can see the edit option there, right? I click on the edit part and you can see the alternative text. Alternative text or alt tag is the same thing. I've got my focus keyword punched in here. I've done that earlier on. So earlier it was a blank thing. So when it was a blank thing, I got the keyword in place and then I got that updated, right? So when I got that updated, it's actually done the overall on page optimization for the image as well. Does it make sense, Preeti? That's it. You don't have to do anything much beyond that. All right, great. Now the next thing, guys, is all about internal linking. I mean, linking first of all. Now we have this text all across. Can you see couple of text search engine optimization and the other text marketing campaign? They both are hyperlinked. How do I get that hyperlink? First of all, let me first remove the links and show you how to get the links up. All right, most of you would be already knowing that. So let's say if I select, right now there is no link. I select the search engine optimization part. All right, I select this and you can see insert edit link option. I do that and I press in a URL which is of my website only. You know, any other page, not the blog page, but any other page. So let's say I have my home page being mentioned of my same website. Now what is happening? This particular blog page, this blog is on my this domain only, yogcreations.ca. Now the text, the URL, the internal link which I'm creating is also on the same URL but on a different web page. This is called internal linking. When someone will come on to my web page and will click on search engine optimization, they will move from that blog post web URL to the home page URL. My one of my web page linking to my another web page of my same domain. That's an internal linking within the same structure, right? Internal linking is all about that. If I have to do an external link, I have to give a backlink. Let's say I did tell you about how, you know, all of you type in something in your blog post and give a backlink to my website. That's how you do that. So let's say I do it marketing campaign, all right, or maybe I do it for campaign word. I select this and I don't give it for my website. Happens in a lot of blogs, absolutely. So I type in digital Vidya website, let's say, or maybe my other domain. I do it nick.bathla.in. All right. So I go ahead and add this link. What's happening? This is going to the same domain, the very first link, and this is going to another second domain, not this same domain. So this is an external link. This is an internal link. Are you all getting this? Same domain, internal, other domain, external, right? So somehow internal links are actually needed. Both of them are really needed for the overall promotion. But try to restrict your to give many external links, guys. Try to get backlinks from other websites. In this case, what's happening? The third website, the other website is getting more benefit. But if you'll connect one page to the another page with respect to internal linking, it's always a benefit. So what as much as linking can be done, at least three internal links in a web page is something which is recommended. At least, I mean, if you can have more, but don't stuff it. They should be reasonable enough. They should look like, yes, it's giving value to the end customers. That's what internal linking is, guys. Now I would want to tell you about broken links. I hope everybody is clear on what we are speaking about. You are definitely going to ask me if it's not already. Broken links, guys. Now, having broken links is a negative thing for SEO campaigns. And what are these broken links? I'll tell you, and why this is being used, and how can we get rid of them. So, having broken links, first of all, uh, leads to negative SEO. All right. Google doesn't like those websites which have got negative SEO. Oh, sorry, broken links leads to negative SEO. So just 3 more minutes, guys. 1:45 we'll be done. I'm so sorry for keeping you wait more till 1:30 from beyond 1:30. All right. So okay, thanks, Jignesh. So if this campaign word, which was being, let's say, there was an external link, guys, which was being created. All right. The external link which was being created was for this website, nick.bathla.in, which is my website. Now, tomorrow, I decide that I want to move my website from nick.bathla.in to nick.bathla.com. I want to remove this website totally. All right. Or remove this URL, web URL, whatever. Now, what will happen when someone will come onto the Your Creations website and click on this, what do you say, URL? Somehow a 404 page or page not found will come up. This becomes a broken link. Page used to exist earlier on when I had created this page. This URL was working fine, but after a couple of weeks, maybe it was being decided that this is going to be put down. The website stops running. What is happening? The bad part is being done by the third party owner. The third party website guy has done the bad part by removing this, but ultimately it's affecting your website since you were giving a backlink to them. Now the overall journey of search engines will get broken up. They will come onto my website, they'll start crawling, and with the help of the hyperlink, when they will move, when search engine will also move to the other website, other page with the help of hyperlink, their journey would broke would break up overall. The journey would be broken up totally, and it will affect the SEO of my this website, yourcreations.ca, not the website which is linked from here. So how do we identify? How do we get to know what all broken links are there on my website? But guys, this is with the help of a tool called brokenlinkcheck.com. So I can get to know about the broken links on my website with the help of this particular tool, guys. I can, let's say, if I do it for Digital Vidya website, I click on digitalvidya.com, I mention the URL and just put in the security code QRKXR and click on find broken link. So it's going to take some time. By the time it does it part, I just want to share, guys, the feedback links if you guys can help me with that. So broken links part would be done in a while, and let me know how the overall session was. Was it helpful, valuable, and whatnot? With the feedback, once you're done, please let me know in the chat window, and then we'll take it further from there. And I'll send you the Excel sheets. Preeti says can't hear. Is that for her only, or is that for everyone? No, everybody can hear. Thanks, Keshav. All right, Preeti. All right, thank you, Prashant. Thanks, Kevin. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys, for the feedback. Thanks, Rima. Thanks, Samik. Thanks, Sam. All right. Sure, I'll give your numbers. Guys, give in your numbers, and I'll give mine too. So I'm sharing across my overall. Could we connect with you for absolutely, absolutely. Connect with me on WhatsApp or email. All right, so it's taking some time, guys, to actually this particular tool. All right, so Kevin says, are there other tools to edit the things you were showing? No, not really. To edit the things, there are no other tools. Thanks, Nikita, for appreciating. That really motivates me too. So we are almost done, guys. I mean, with the broken link part, we'll do the robots and the sitemap part in the next session. I'll just see whether so. Right. Last thing which I want to let you know about is the anchor text in a while. So broken links, you are naming, cross-linking. We are done. Same here, no website. I have to go to the recording session. Can I make it in WordPress? Absolutely, I can help you with getting your website on the WordPress. So absolutely, guys, just ping me across on WhatsApp. I'll be more than happy to assist you. Ping me on WhatsApp, please. Uh, just remind me. I'm also planning to buy. Absolutely sure, Keshav. You can let me know. I can help you with that. All right, guys. So I hope somebody has taken the lead in terms of getting the WhatsApp group up by copying in the addresses. I'm not going to end this session. I'm just going to pause the session so that you can copy those numbers easily. And last thing which I want to let you know, the broken links would keep on working. This particular tool is last thing which I want to let you know about this, the anchor text. Now, what anchor text is, Sam suggests that we all connect on WhatsApp group on the website help so that we can avoid duplication. On the WhatsApp group works much better because I am most of the times there. That's what I would say. All right, so anchor text, guys, just hear me out for just one more minute and then we'll be done for today. The text which is always hyperlinked is called an anchor text. You can see search engine optimization text. You know, the text which is always hyperlinked is called an anchor text. That's it. That's the definition of an anchor text. So the other text which is in the event you own, blah, 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 that's not an anchor text. The text which is the campaign text, which is hyperlinked, or the search engine optimization text, which is hyperlinked, is called an anchor text. Right, guys? So, all right, Preeti is doing that. All right, so I'm not going to exit for another 15 minutes. Preeti, you can take your time or in terms of making the group and copying the numbers, which is pretty fine. But we are done for today. And in case you want to exit, it's perfectly fine. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for joining in today. It was lovely having each one of you for sparing your time on Saturday morning. And we'll connect. I believe we are not connecting next Saturday, right? And we are connecting next to next Saturday, I believe, because next Saturday is Raksha Bandhan, I believe. All right. Thank you so much. I'm just pausing it. I'm just going on mute mode, and then after 10-15 minutes, I'll end that so that you can copy paste the entire uh, numbers. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a happy weekend to everybody. Absolutely, Raksha Bandhan to each one of you. All right. Thanks, Kunal. Thanks, Nandi. Thank you, everybody. All right.